Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new series called Friends and Shit, where a bunch of friends and shit talk about shit. I'm Sean.
I'm Micah.
Goo.
And Scott.
And here we're just going to discuss random garbage and hope you guys enjoy.
Why is
Alright.
it garbage?
Because it's garbage. It's just random. Who cares?
We're
what
just
we
going to
have
be talking
say?
about any topic.
Just spit on it.
Stuff that comes up
I don't
on our
care if I
mind.
just spit on it.
Alright?
Say the
You're
Decepticons.
garbage.
Deceptic.
Anyway, this is going to be a new series. We're just going to be talking about random games, anything that's on our mind. I'm going to be probably uploading some to my channel. We're going to be probably mostly doing this on Twitch every now and then. I'll probably post it up on my channel once I have it done and previewed and everything. So if you don't make it to a live stream or something, you can just watch it here.
So should we just get started?
Let's
then?
right
Yeah,
one
go
into
ahead.
it.
Yes,
Alright.
And also, just for a little bit of a thing, this is just a pilot. So, if you guys like this, or if we just feel like doing it again, we're gonna do it again. But yeah, let's get started.
Alright.
If you enjoy it, come back.
Yeah.
And don't forget to leave your
No, shut
opinions
up. No.
in the comments below.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
Yes.
going to
And
say
may-
like and subscribe. I was going to be like, no plugging here.
No plugging. I'm
And-
not saying plugging.
And
Plug
hey,
free
some
podcast type
some
thing.
topics for next time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
hey, yeah, there you go.
See, look
Get
at
the
you
viewers
yelling at
involved.
me.
Yeah.
Yelling at me.
Whatever.
And
Anyway.
we'll even give you a shout out.
Yeah.
What about plugins, huh?
Butts and shit.
Yeah, we could plug them, just don't plug ourselves.
Okay. SA.
Anyways.
All right.
Okay,
so
first
So,
topic.
first topic. See,
Topic top.
top. Mortal Kombat X.
I don't really know anything about this.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's the 10th installment of the Mortal Kombat series. Look at me when I'm talking to you.
I don't like you.
Anyways, it's the 10th installment of
This is the
Mortal
end
Kombat.
shit part.
Yes.
Well, why were you talking to me? You're talking to him because he was the one who said
You're the one that knows shit
Okay,
about
you know
this.
what?
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
10th installment.
10th installment.
Give us a little background.
It's going to take place after the way that Mortal Kombat 9 ended, which was the last one, obviously.
Now, quick question. Sorry to interrupt. But is it actually only 10 Mortal Kombats, or is there a bunch of Mortal Kombats?
There's
but
there's a
10?
bunch of little tiny Mortal Kombat games.
But you can't really
intertwined.
consider those games, though, in my opinion.
They're not actually part of the storyline.
That's what I meant. Like,
I'm familiar with the franchise Mortal Kombat. I've played a few every now and then. I'm not sure like which one it was, which one it wasn't. But I know the main idea behind it. Normally
Everyone's
there's
watching.
two realms that fight against each other, and they're all in this big tournament, and the last one that survives is the ultimate champion, and then you have this evil person trying to win. I understand all that, but what makes Mortal Kombat X so different? Like, why is it so hyped?
Well, Mortal Kombat 9, from what I could tell, it was kind of fresh. It started from the beginning of the storyline, but now, stop, I talk with my hands, leave me alone. Mortal Kombat X is going to actually continue from that
So
storyline.
what you're trying to say is this could potentially be the start of a carrying on story.
Finally.
It could be the start of it, but it could also be the end of it.
Alright, but let's look at the past Mortal Kombat. Have they done that before?
I have no idea.
Most of the Mortal Kombats have been repeat stories.
It's just repetitive stories.
What-
Just
No,
like
but this
realm
one
versus
is
realm.
actually a continuation.
I have played Mortal Kombat versus DC, which really
that
was
doesn't
based.
connect to the story.
Yeah, I know, but it's basically like every other story
That's
where
like
you
an-
have.
It has a similar story.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
basically the same story. It's basically just repetitive. This is the game.
Very.
It's going to stay the game.
Alright.
There's
a
going to
way.
be new characters, better characters, hopefully. I
Well-
mean, I'm really not that
Well, at least
into
that leads-
fighting games, but I think I can look forward to Mortal Kombat X.
That leads into like DLC wise too, because one Predator was announced.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? Do you think he is a Mortal Kombat character? Or do you think that they're trying to
I think
bring in new characters to bring more eyes into...
I think they're just
Playing.
trying to get a larger demographic, but he could still fit because they managed to put Freddy Krueger in there pretty good.
So
So
that's the thing. That's another part is how does that fit into the actual story?
that's the thing.
It's
Like,
not gonna-
a lot of this
really.
doesn't fit the story, but it's just for entertainment wise.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, it was still it's a cool add-on though, even though it's like entertainment wise. And I mean, I think Predator's abilities will just be pretty even.
Well,
they'll have to be evened out. very
One
well.
thing I noticed, I'm pretty sure we played Mortal Kombat in the ninth one
Yeah.
at your house, and we did the whole campaign in one night. And there was that guy that you fought early on who had the forearms and you had to fight him.
Goro.
Yeah, Goro, and you can play as him. Finally,
If you pre-order the game.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be something similar to Black Ops 2, where you got the Nuketown later on.
Eventually.
But they're probably going to make you pay for it.
Exactly.
Well, it's DLC.
Pay to win. Big thing
It's
that's
not
going
pay to
on.
win.
But not really pay to win, but pay to win's been
I'm
a big
sorry,
thing
but
that's going on now.
Being a big ass dude with forearms is definitely worth
Coming-
maybe 99 cents.
Coming into 2014, if you think about it, a lot of the games started to be pay to win. Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh, Lord.
Another smooth transition. Another controversial games talking about pay to win. H1Z1.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, people say H1Z1's pay to win, but I can understand where they're coming from. But the thing is, like, for those of you who don't know, they're talking about the crate drops and how you can buy crate drops for, like, I think $5. And
well, what people don't realize is you
can still win from that if you think about it.
Listen, in my opinion, a play to win is kind of similar to an MMO. You have to, if you can't get past level 30 unless you pay for it. H1Z1, you get the beta, you pay for it, you're playing the game. There is no end game. You're playing on it to survive. You're playing on it for the experience, to kill zombies, to kill players.
But wouldn't that still be called play to win with the crates? Because you're pretty much playing to survive.
You're not guaranteed to get the crates. You can still die.
And even if you do get the crates, it's not guaranteed that there's going to be something good in there.
Some guy can go on a smaller server, think about it, with less people, do an airdrop. Not only do they get guns, it's not the controversial
items do not carry over from servers.
Yeah,
skins do.
Yeah, but still, think about it. They can still be on the server OP'd and just sit there and kill people. If you think about it, like health supplies,
if
food.
you think about it, but there can be that one stupid person that dies of starvation.
Sure.
And the crate drops, they usually have maybe 3 or 4 items. Nothing.
I mean, H1Z1,
like they'll have like a backpack.
I've seen more than that. I've seen a lot more than that.
H1Z1 is truly the game that every zombies survival game has been waiting for.
It's just going in the right direction. Not at all. Like Sony has a good mind and face of doing
updates. It's actually not Sony anymore. They're called Daybreak Game Company, I believe, because SOE.
Sony still has the head over it.
Was sold. They sold SOE. Sony sold SOE or something like that, and they're like Daybreak Game Company now. But
I mean, a lot of people compare before they even buy H1Z1 to DayZ.
DayZ is
because DayZ was a game that
it was one of the
it was the first
well known.
It was the first of its kind, as I can tell, and it was a mod.
It was a mod. This one most
the DayZ mod for Armor 2 is what basically started all this off.
And then,
from what I understand, was way better than the actual DayZ game.
Oh,
exactly,
because that worked.
Yeah,
and
what they're
the
trying
thing
to
was,
do.
Dean Hall was like the main guy on DayZ, and they charged $30 for early access alpha. I know me and you bought it. Yeah, we bought it, and we would play
very, very disappointed,
thinking it would be fun, and it was $30, as I said. And then Dean Hall, he was like, "Wow, I made a lot of money.
I just got $60 from two
checking
guys.
out deuces," and he was just gone.
Well, the thing is,
but that's the risk with early access stuff.
Cut him the slack that it did start off everything, meaning Rust, H1Z1.
Yeah, you have to give him that. He did essentially kick off the genre.
Yeah,
He gave light.
Yes.
To saying you can get a game that will have the potential of everything people have liked nowadays, because everybody loves zombies, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally love zombies on Black Ops 2, even Advanced Warfare now. But you have to think, now you have the idea of being thrown into a world ravaged by zombies, and you have to survive, and now you even have to survive other players, which now a lot of people are even hating it because there are so many people that can stay on a server so decked out, and they're just going to sit there and kill new spawns over and over again.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking is, that just encourages me as a player to get on
better.
and get better and get more stuff so I can kill those people.
Yeah.
I mean...
Do you have something to say about it? You look like you were trying to say something.
No, I'm fine. I was just thinking, like, I don't know. I think that they went with doozy. I think they went in with a broad idea of trying to make the game to the next level and
make it its own thing.
Yes,
and it was a good idea, but I'm sure if they wouldn't have cashed out. Yeah, if they wouldn't have cashed out like they did, I'm sure it would be a great game.
Well, you have to think doozy had a rough start to begin with.
Yeah, because it was the first of its kind.
You can't.
It was a kickstart.
No, from my perspective, you can't get immersed into doozy and have a hold of the game. You have these names of the cities that are basically in Russian. You can't read road signs because they're in Russian. The map is so big.
The zombies are super
and it's
buggy.
Probably in Russian.
The map is Russian. But, I mean...
And I don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure it might take place in Russia.
No.
But...
I don't know, though.
What's up?
Anyway.
But H1Z1
is a great game.
I believe, I like to call it the prodigal son. Because when it started out, I hated it. I thought it was bad. I was like, great, just another waste of money.
Game.
Well, that's because
it started progress.
I had to get everybody to give it time. Mm-hmm. I had to keep reminding people it is early access, it's beta, which it still is.
Yes,
they're still polishing out.
I mean, granted, stuff. My arguments were yes, it's early access, but they shouldn't put it out as early access if you can't play it.
Yeah,
but they you could even check my Twitter. Stop throwing the pen. You can check my Twitter. I tweeted at them. I was like, you were the chosen one, and some other bullshit. I don't know really.
You quoted something.
Yes, it was Star Wars.
Yeah.
It was Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I do have to say though,
you were my brother. You were the chosen one.
We both have had run-in with hackers that have killed us, and I tweeted at H1Z1 support and said, can you get an anti-cheat, anti-hack that you have to download, which will cut back on those people that are hacking and cheating items and flying and everything else.
But that's most people online. Yeah. And most games...
You can't control that as much as you'd like to because
it kind of wrecks the game experience and will throw people away from it. But they did... Yes. They had someone, not instantly, maybe within 5 minutes, reply to me saying, yeah, we're working on it. We're working on the hack. People hacking daily. You can report them here and here. Well, my first response, because I was really mad because I died. And so Sean died first, He was pissed. I think he went to go get,
I went to go cry.
Yeah.
But speaking about game experience, sorry.
Wait, hang on. Wait. Are you trying to move to another?
Yeah.
No, we're still on this for now.
Right, no, like they are so fully immersed into their community and trying to make the game experience better for the player. Like even with the newer updates, they've made getting into a battle royale really easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're constantly updating it. Like every day you could check their Twitter and they're always saying servers are going down to fix this. Servers are going down to add this. Blah 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 blah. And it's actually showing you that they actually care about their.
You don't have servers being yet. I don't know if they're planning on doing this, but you don't have servers ran by dictatorial admins that bought the server.
All the servers are ran by them.
Yeah, true.
That's
a good thing about that.
Solo servers. So you can't.
So is that something that they will add to the game now?
I hope they don't because players that run servers always ruin it.
All right.
Like in Gary's mod, players that run servers they're too strict and like you can't have fun in the way that you'd like to, or else you'd get banned.
Okay, this brings me to another point. Remember, they're saying they're going to make this game play to win. Now think about it. How are they going to... No, not
free to play?
Free to play, my fault. Excuse me on that. How are they going to make money off of it?
That's where you have the...
Crates, but remember you said crates don't really mean anything.
Tickets, crates, and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you said crates you really don't get anything. It's like guaranteed.
But people are still going to buy it.
Thing is, too...
But think about that 50% chance.
Okay.
Would you do it?
I wouldn't say it's 50.
Good. The thing is... Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead. You can
They made a lot of money off just doing this alpha.
They have
$20 alpha.
Yeah, but remember... Every day counts of them inside still recreating the game, adding stuff and all that. It's still going to cost them money.
Yeah.
And depending on how much more people buy it, they still need to find a way to make money off the game.
They want it to be free to play, but
TF2 hats, H1Z1, predicting it.
Well, the thing they also have is what they're trying to, I think they're building a system to is the event tickets, which is
Yeah,
like,
because those
something-
seem like I don't know. Like I have 2 of them for buying the game, and I don't even know what they're for.
You get 3 buying the game. And what I think they're going to do with that is once it's fully released, to get into a battle royale, you have to use an event ticket.
I hope not.
I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. Because if you think about it, you can find them throughout the world, and they're random, but they're rare, and that's how they can make money.
They're
You
not
can
rare. They're not. Quick interruption. They're not rare if you play battle royale.
Yeah, if you make it to the final 10, you get an event ticket back.
No, it's like the final 20.
It's a certain amount, but hang on.
I'm not moving on to that.
Once you get those tickets and you're an experienced player and you get to that final 20, you get your you get your event ticket back. So what I'm thinking is they will make it where you can buy the ticket if you want to do nothing but play battle royale, but it's an option to find it in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily you're having to pay for it to play it. So it's not pay to win, like you say. But it's more of you can pay for it to make it easier on yourself, or you can play our game more and find it on your own.
True. But now later on in the game, don't you think they will try to make it pay to win because they need to make some type of money off it? But also,
I mean, but the term "pay to win" it's used
fake.
more in like it's not even necessarily that it's fake. It's just used more in things like MMOs and stuff like that because you can just pay money and all of a sudden you have armor, mounts, weapons, stuff like that
back
to
on
make
the
you
topic
levels
of-
to make you better than all the other
back on the
players.
topic. You guys all play CS:GO, correct?
I
yes.
play CS:GO.
Alright. Now think about the chroma key, like cases and
Yes.
keys.
Yeah,
Do you think then they'll bring this into it, but as in a standard, as in in-game clothing, like certain shirts?
Yes,
I think
I
they
think
could.
that they could, and even then, that'd be like you'd
That'd
used the
be
term
fair.
before, pay to skin.
Like I'm saying, like getting skins, getting
Well,
certain
if you
weapons.
think about it,
Yeah.
if you think about
But
it,
like not weapons necessarily,
No,
but
but
maybe
you know-
skins for those weapons.
skins for the weapons.
or I know they have been doing things about character
Outfits.
models. No, character models. And they're talking about doing female character models and everything else. What I think would be an amazing thing for the cases thing would be hairstyles.
That would be cool.
That would be
I mean,
cool.
hairstyles, hats, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like appearance that will stick with you. Because,
Aesthetic things.
if you
Yeah.
think about it,
Clothing,
Mhm.
pants.
quote unquote, Lord Gaben, as people say, has made
Oh yeah.
a whole bunch of money off of these cases because streamers will buy 100 at a time during one stream and open all of them and get nothing.
Yep.
And they'll
And that's
still
a
buy
good way
them the
of
next
profit.
stream.
And then they'll still sell them on the market, which Steam makes money from those.
Yeah.
So they're getting even more money than
Exactly. Which is a really good marketing idea. But it's basically a really big gambling addiction for those people buying the cases.
Yeah.
It's not only that. It's like it's finding a way to find products that they can make and like having like that. I'm trying to think of the word, like not really infinite, but like that. Not repetitive clothing or repetitive shirt.
Yeah,
like,
you don't have the
repetitive-
same old.
Yes, like repetitive.
You'll see something original
outfits.
every now and then.
Like
Mhm.
and then you keep fresh stuff coming in.
Yeah.
But you also have to think, with just this going on, everything is new and it's going to be something different, It's going to be a whole new experience and we don't know what they're going to do with the game. It's all in their hands. But since we kind of carried on this topic long enough.
Well, no. Actually, I have a couple of things.
Go ahead.
But H1Z1, I'm not exactly worried about it being considered like pay to win because as I said, the crates they don't really the crates they don't necessarily drop amazing items that will get you through the game because they could drop a weapon but not drop ammo. They could drop a backpack and maybe a little bit of food, maybe like a pistol.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily something that's guaranteed. So I'm not really too worried on that front, especially since, like, you could dive the stupidest things. You could fall off of a ladder.
A bear.
Yeah, a bear. I've had a few run-in with them. Ugh.
You want to talk about a bear attacked me inside of a house?
Yeah, bears will...
They're still some
Deadly sons of bitches.
They're bears, they'll mess you up and your family.
I have one more question now.
Yes.
Alright, relating to H1Z1. Do you think What was I gonna say now?
God damn it.
God damn it! Carry on. I'm not-
Anyways.
Alright,
Well, wait, I want to step in. The thing about the crate system too, it kind of works as the unboxing system in CS:GO. If you think about it, because
You don't know
you
what you're
gamble.
gonna
Yeah,
get.
you gamble.
Oh,
it.
the
And you don't know
mystery bags. You talking about the mystery bags?
Yeah,
No, we're talking about the crates that you
And
get.
Battle
that-
Royale
that you
though.
get.
But don't you get mystery bags?
Yeah, from Battle Royale,
Yeah.
but you don't have to pay for those.
Yeah, but that's
Those are
kinda-
clothing items. They always
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
clothing items.
All right, but we've been on this topic
No,
long
I'm
enough.
still not done.
We need to get.
No, I
moving.
still have a couple more. No, we don't.
Let's just
still
take
have
as
a
long
couple
as it
things to
needs
say.
to.
Yeah. And, really, people that buy these crates, they're just dumb. Because they're just wasting $5 for
Well,
something that's going to
You
go
gotta
away.
think
in the
about
next
it.
update.
If you're on a server, that really no action, and all of a sudden there's these big flashing lights in the sky that's
Yeah.
taken 5 years to fall down,
Yeah.
you're getting all the attention on the server, so you're gonna get people to kill or be killed.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
if not, even though there are more zombies in this game than I've seen in DayZ,
Run for miles and you'll see one.
yeah,
It's kind of
but there's really not that many unless you're in a highly, used to be populated
Yeah.
town or anything else. You get like 20 zombies in these crates, which I think is good. So you're not paying for something and automatically getting it.
Yeah,
you
you have to
get-
work for it.
Yeah, you get to work and kill those zombies. So you're not gonna random spawn in
Yeah.
and get a gun right off the bat because you're gonna have to make a bow.
You're
And
gonna have to get a
arrows.
little bit decked out before you can even think about using these crates. So
Yeah.
unless you're
Now-
with like a friend or something.
Now I remember my question. Do you think H1Z1 will make it to console? PlayStation, especially because
PlayStation.
because Sony Network was
See,
was the-
because SOE was they were
They
the
were-
people that made DCUO, and they put DCUO on PS3. So it's a definite possibility. But the thing is, games like this on console, they
They won't pan
don't
out.
work as well. Especially since this is going to be free to play, and you know consoles are all about the money.
exactly
All
true.
about the money. And now my final. Oh wait, do you have something?
I have a quick thing.
Go ahead.
A good tip or like a good thumbs up to DayZ for having cannibalism.
Yeah,
You can
Yeah.
eat a dead body.
What?
you can
Alright,
you can
what?
kill someone and eat them.
That's awesome.
Wait, I got something.
I love
H1Z1.
H1Z1, but DayZ's got cannibalism.
All right, but I got something that counteracts that. H1Z1, you're gonna be able to take a needle and stick it in your thing and inject it into a zombie, and you can have a copy of your zombie on the same server as you.
What?
Like, so you're a human, right?
Oh, and then you turn yourself
You
into
die.
a zombie. And then
Your
you're-
zombie, you would turn into a zombie and be on that same server, and you could see yourself.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't follow.
Yeah.
He's
Like
basically
zombie
saying
blood.
You can
Inject zombie blood.
Yeah,
into
like
yourself.
pretty much you take zombie blood. Because remember how I'd get those syringes and fill them with zombie blood, and then
Yeah.
be like, well, pretty much you can inject yourself, and then when you die, you turn into a zombie.
Yeah.
And
and
you're
you can-
on the map. It's
yeah,
like a
you're on the
copy
map.
of you.
You're still
So
playing,
you get to
but
kill
you're a zombie.
You get to basically kill other
A
players
copycat
as a
of you.
zombie.
Like a copycat of
yeah,
you.
in a way, yeah.
Oh.
What was I going? Oh, so my final point was Battle Royale. I've been
That was a
saying
great.
this-
That was a great.
I have been saying this for a long time, ever since the movie came out, and people have been imitating it on Minecraft, that I've been wanting a Hunger Games-esque video game, and Battle Royale is pretty much that.
True.
I mean, not as
there's no cornucopia, and you're
yeah,
not
like there's
all-
not as much mechanics as I would like there to be in the
They
Hunger
make it
Games.
a cornucopia with the whole toxic zone.
Yeah, toxic
Yeah.
gas and not being
Like
able
in
to
a
move.
way,
You have to
it's,
close it
it's
up.
the closest we have
Yeah.
right now.
True.
Like I don't want a story-driven, like based on the movie licensed game.
Mhm.
I want
You want it to be like an indie game. pretty
yeah,
much.
kind of like a survival games type video game where there might be like some parkour mechanics to climb trees and stuff.
Yeah.
And
We'll talk about a game
Ubisoft,
like that.
Ubisoft, the boys at Ubisoft, do it but don't fuck up. Anyways,
Because Assassin's
so-
Creed freaking thing.
anyone else have anything to add?
No.
Then in closing for this, if you're trying to choose between DayZ, Rust, Forest, what was
Forest is actually a pretty good game though.
Forest? What was it?
Forest is really buggy right now, though. I would not do it right now. Give Forest a couple months or something.
Any of those types of games,
Tim.
I at least would recommend H1Z1.
Do you want to go
H1Z1
around in a circle and just like
H1Z1 for me is a 10 out of 10.
why don't we do
I'd
stars?
give it like a 7.
For being in beta, it's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
Being, well,
Alpha, beta.
Yeah, they're not the same. We had this argument.
We had this argument.
They're not the same.
Not the same. But
New topic next week.
Yes.
Alpha. And
Alpha.
beta.
alpha
beta.
versus beta. What's the difference?
It's such a huge difference.
This is also the in shit part of
Do they
this.
have a
video.
Charlie version of the game?
Oh God.
Anyways,
Delta,
alright, stop.
Apoxy's at that level.
Echo, Foxtrot.
Epoxy.
That I had so high hopes because it was $1 game, but like
Next time on Friends and Shit.
We
Anyway,
move on to another topic. Finally.
alright. But back to what you were saying about you were talking about gaming experience. Now this is a topic I was talking to my friend in school. He's a PC gamer as well. And I was telling him a couple days ago I was playing the demo for Mafia 2. I don't know if you guys ever.
Oh yeah, I played that all the time. I also
never
had the
played
game.
Mafia 2.
Yeah, Mafia
Carry
2.
It's like GTA, but a little bit more restricted.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was thinking about getting it because I was looking for a new game to buy and a good single player. And from what I've read, it's a good story mode game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I played it and I could not play it with the keyboard. I could not turn the cars. It's hard. And he laughed at me because I plugged in my controller and I played with my controller.
A little backstory. We have all played on console for the majority of our gaming career. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
And we have just recently switched to
PC.
PCs. So, I mean, especially for Goo, because he's
Mhm.
more recently coming to PC.
Yeah, like
The
a month ago, 2
transition
months.
from going to a controller to a keyboard is a lot harder
Yeah.
than some people would think. But it's easier for someone who's been playing games on a computer for the majority of their gaming career.
Yeah.
So back to my question. My friend laughed at me for using it. He said, you got to use keyboard. What do you guys think about it? Do you think it ruins the experience to use a controller?
I don't think so. Honestly, I think if whatever you're more comfortable with, just do that.
What I'm thinking
You know what I
is,
But
the-
people are saying, if you're going to use a controller, why don't you just stick to console games?
Because console games aren't as good.
But there's still a lot of console games that are on PC.
Exactly.
PC
And
games,
PC games on console.
PC games,
Yeah, but
definitely PC games. Sorry,
That was
PC games, or no, sorry, console games on PC are way better because they open up with mods and all these different DLCs that PC is much easier to keep up with than it is on to go through systems with DLCs and mods and all that. And to go with a controller on PC is still pretty. I mean, I don't see why it's a problem. I mean, you're using a controller, you're just getting the game.
Yeah.
You're playing the game the way you want to play it.
how I see it, I play CS:GO with a
Keyboard
keyboard
and
and
mouse, me
mouse.
Yeah.
There's the option of playing with a controller. Nobody does it because it's very difficult.
I tried it. It was horrible.
and it's horrible.
Everyone yelled at me. They were like,
Payday.
"Why are you playing with a
But
controller?"
like if you
I'm
play
like, "I'm sorry."
if you play Payday 2 on your computer, me and Sean both play mostly with a controller because it's easier sometimes
And we're more used
for
to it.
us.
Except those GameStop wired controllers are garbage. I'm sorry, they just are.
Yeah.
They're so delayed and it's gross.
But anyway, it's,
1-star review, GameStop. Fuck you.
there is a certain
Sponsors.
limit to some games where you
Shut up.
have to use a controller, which would ruin the gaming experience because you're not having fun.
Alright.
You know?
Alright, but now, well, you guys know him, Parker.
Don't say his name.
They don't know his actual name.
What is wrong with you?
He doesn't care. Okay, well,
Okay,
he
get
was
some.
saying that it ruins the experience and that, that if you're going to play with a controller, you should be on console.
I don't think so. I think that's kind of a dumb philosophy, honestly.
But if you think about it, some of those games, I'm on console, like I like to use controller too sometimes. Some of the games on the PC are very intensive with hitting buttons with like long ranges, like you have to move your hand
Yeah.
over and go this way, and like you
Yeah.
gotta move,
and if you're not used to it,
and you're
you
not
can't-
used to it,
you
and you're
can't
not
do that.
fast enough.
Well,
it's
not only that,
annoying and it's hard.
but for some games on your PC, you have to. Yeah, you'll be moving around with WASD, or if you're left-handed, the arrow keys. But if you're sitting over here and you're trying to like press your inventory, if you're playing an MMO, or if you have to throw a grenade with a button all the way on the opposite side of your keyboard while you're still holding a mouse, it's difficult. So why would you not just use a controller?
So I pulled up my computer real fast. I wanted to look this up and see how other people. And I got a review right here. I'd use a controller for everything except shooters. I've tried playing Battlefield on PS4 and Xbox 360, and it just frustrates me trying to line up shots. Most of the time, it involved me spraying in a general area to get a kill. With a mouse and keyboard, I can get headshots with these. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Yes.
To an extent.
Yeah.
I think it depends all on the frame rate of the game. Because for me, I can't play with mouse and keyboard because with most games, the frame rate's complete garbage. So I try to aim, and it's like, oh, I'm looking over here now. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you also have to think, there are some games where it doesn't even have the option to use a controller.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, it makes you do a mouse and keyboard, but you have to think, why is a PC limited? Like, it is put to the standard of, oh, you have to use a mouse and keyboard because it's a computer. If you think about it, if it was just another gaming system, there would be a controller.
Mm-hmm.
But since it's like fixed in, like one genius,
Steambox, it's gonna come up in the conversation later.
like a genius came up, like, oh, I can play a game on my computer. You know?
Yeah.
In the next episode. I'm gonna
It's
say at
just,
the end. My
it's just-
fault.
anyways,
Sorry.
but as I said, like with the Steam box, Steam essentially developed their own console. That's basically a computer, but it has. I'm fairly certain it has a controller. You know, like people are going to be playing Steam games.
Doesn't Steam have its own own controllers too?
Yeah.
Like
So-
no, like Steam sells them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's so bad about playing with controllers?
So,
Especially if you're a console gamer switching over to PC. Like if
It's
I was a
hard,
PC gamer
man.
trying to get people over to our side, I wouldn't be like, oh, shame on you for using controller on such a godlike
yeah.
system.
I think as a gamer, you need to have love for
All gamers.
all consoles, all gamers. Like, I play mostly Xbox. I still have respect for people that play PlayStations and computers. Even Wii,
Yeah.
you know?
We have
Wii.
one of our good friends plays Wii.
That's
Not you. You suck. We don't like you.
I like Wii.
Okay, yeah. We played it this weekend.
We're
It
the
was
friends,
amazing.
you're the shit.
I got
Go
another
ahead.
review, and I'm just gonna say the top half because this is I feel like I can relate to this a lot. I tend to use the default, or I tend to default to mouse and keyboard for most experiences, and then I use a gamepad for circumstances where WASD movement shows its limits. In any
Yes.
kind of shooter, the rotational and diagonal movement based on your reticle avoiding limitations of WASD, but its a traversal is independent on the camera and the analog stick D-pad is needed.
Exactly what I'm talking about. When I played Mafia 2, to turn the car, you literally had to use WASD to turn corners. Now imagine going at a mid-speed car and thinking about, sorry about it, Paul, I lost my train of thought. But as you're moving, you have to literally hit A, D, W, S, back and forth. It's bad.
But, I mean, for the Evolve beta that was out, I tried playing with WASD, and it was, for the monster's perspective, kind of difficult.
Yeah, I remember.
Because of the
I tried that
fast
too,
pace,
and-
maybe.
And another thing about controllers is that they're a lot more condensed, and it's a lot easier to react quickly to certain commands.
Straining your fingers, maybe? Like, people
Yeah.
get cramps easy with
Yeah.
their fingers moving.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end this topic because let's do a new topic.
Yeah.
So, reasons for keyboard and mouse. This is a general list.
This is
that
the
people-
closer for the topic.
This is a closure general list.
We're giving
that
love
people-
to both sides.
more accurate and precise than a controller. Pretty.
I can agree with
Reasonable.
You have more control over your mouse fidelity, tracking, weight, sensitivity, etc. via software and hardware features.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
that. Mm-hmm.
Almost all MMORPGs are needed to play with a keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
With that
definitely.
big ass command attack move thing
You
at the
can
bottom,
have about 10 of those.
you might need 10 controllers to play.
Shout out Razor, Black Widow.
And last thing for keyboard and
I'm gonna
mouse
get one.
is game menus and like loading screens and everything are easier to navigate.
Yes, because it's a lot easier to just control a cursor and then click something than
Yeah.
to bang, 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 bang. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
And then main reasons for controllers, you can easily play games without a desk or a tray.
True. Definitely.
Controllers are less stressful. With your
Yes,
wrists and
exactly.
fingers.
With the
Like,
fingers.
you don't have to have your hands positioned at all times.
Well, not only that, if you think about it, you can, if you have to, go one-handed with a controller for a short period of time.
Yes.
And another.
Well,
another
actually,
thing.
I've seen a player who
One-arm
plays Call
assassin.
of Duty.
One-arm assassin.
He only has one hand.
He goes like this.
He plays the game better than I could have ever had.
He's
played.
he's actually a competitive player, dude.
This guy is crazy. I saw him.
I'm not lying.
It was
That's awesome.
anyways.
He's placed like top 25 at MLG,
Yes.
dude.
That's awesome.
He plays with one hand.
And like this.
Yeah, because he has some sort of hand
He's a-
disease.
No.
I don't know what it's called.
Cerebral
wait.
palsy or something?
No, this guy.
No,
I'm
it's like
talking
whenever your fingers are like fused together.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I don't know
The guy that I know, he has no arm. He was in the army and he got
Oh
IED blown off. He only has one arm now.
man, people
And
are
then
crazy.
last ending for controllers, more comfortable and relaxing.
Exactly.
You can sit on a couch and use a controller.
Keyboard,
Nice.
you gotta like sit up
Against-
straight.
yeah, you gotta
You
sit
could you
up.
could cuddle under a warm blanket with a controller, and as long as you've been playing with it for long enough, you'll know the button layout.
I sometimes get annoyed at that because my hands get like stuck on the
Oh, yes. That's
No,
long
see, that's why
finger
you gotta have.
syndrome.
That's why you gotta have like a raging boner to lift the blanket, so that way you can just. And then when it vibrates, it touches and it feels. All right, next topic.
Testosterone is
Sorry to you.
Yeah, let's
Anyway,
top off that topic.
Ladies
back
can
to
have
when-
boners too.
Back to when I was talking about Evolve, it kind of disappointed me.
All right, first off,
First off,
that's its own topic.
Beck, you missed.
Way down the list, sir.
Yeah, go down the list.
So we're gonna.
No, but we're talking about disappointing games.
Yeah,
He's
disappointing
saying-
games.
We'll
But
go.
he said
all right,
Evolve was
How
disappointing.
about this?
Yeah,
We'll,
but
He
we'll
said
say
Evolve
this,
was
yes,
disappointing too.
We'll go more in depth about why during its own.
Yeah, later.
Topic, because he like you
But
guys.
what else disappointed you?
This is where it's gonna.
What games have you been disappointed in recently?
This wasn't recent, but I have been bitching to all of you about how much it makes me angry to see
Like
such
many
a
things.
game. Hey, that hurts.
No, it's
To
alright.
see a game franchise that I've known and loved for so long be ruined in my eyes, and I think you agreed with me on it. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't remember. Star Wars.
No, it was Assassin's Creed.
Oh yes,
I was just
definitely.
gonna say that.
Okay.
Definitely.
Unity and
Are,
Rogue.
are we
No,
talk-
no, I'm not
are
talking
we-
about-
Are
I'm
we
not
talking
talking
about
about
Black
Unity
Flag?
No, yes, I'm talking about Black Flag.
One of the worst
In
games.
Assassin's Creed 3, they introduced a
A great mechanic.
shut up.
No, it was a terrible.
Get out.
Get out of the room.
Get out.
I'm joking.
We're
Okay.
talking. We're
They-
old school
they-
AC players, just to let you know.
Assassin's Creed, the first one, it was
Altair.
I'll give you this. It was very repetitive, okay? But it was a game where you got to scale buildings, assassinate people from high places, jump into bales of hay, do a bunch of fun stuff, and it was all on land.
You basically have to play Assassin's Creed for the story behind it.
Exactly.
In a way, yes.
Assassin's Creed's an amazing game.
You have to play all of them to get
Now-
understand.
As the story went on, they introduced swimming into the game, and then they would have boats that you couldn't really. They'd have like little like canoe.
Wasn't
like,
that in
"Das
Brotherhood?
amore" type,
Yeah,
type
Brotherhood.
boats.
Wasn't it Brotherhood?
Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 2, all those. They had them in there. But in Assassin's Creed 3, they introduced a new mechanic,
Boats
boats. You could sail ships,
and
you
have
could
war.
battle with ships, you do missions with the ships. Now,
Hang on, before you get your two piece, I have to say, the idea was neat.
yeah, yes, I can fully agree with you on that. It was
The first time we did it, that the boat happened, that you got to man the ship and everything else, but I mean, you got to not only man the ship, but you got to destroy other ships. So, like, the first time, it was fun.
yeah.
I had fun
Yeah,
with manning the
No,
ship.
like,
But,
Can
like,
I go?
once you got to the second and third time, it got really
got
hard.
old.
Like,
old.
it got hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Wait.
Like,
Here,
But
you
in
say your
Assassin's
thing, and
Creed-
then I'm gonna get out.
Alright,
my,
yeah, you can.
my-
Alright, but on Assassin's Creed 3, alright, so you had some parts. Alright, don't get me wrong. It's a fun thing, new topic, new thing, a little refreshing. But the thing about it is that the game is not meant to be on ships all the time.
Mhm.
And,
you
one or
need something
two.
to parkour on.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
one or two is not
You're
bad.
doing parkour on a sail. That's fun.
Yeah, but like one or two is not bad in
Yeah,
the game.
yeah.
What they did in Black Flag is they took.
Let me get into that really quick. All right, so in Assassin's Creed 3, that's when they first introduced this thing. It was new, it was refreshing. I personally didn't like it all that much, but I can understand why people would, because maybe not everybody wants to
Be on
run
land.
through trees and
So
climb
why the hell are
buildings
you
and
playing
stuff like that. They
Assassin's
wanted
Creed?
naval combat.
Yeah.
And
Play Battleship.
and those missions that I did them so that way I could get to the pre-order bonus because you have to do all the stupid boat garbage to get to it. And I just trotted along through it, not really wanting to. And I would always even say when Assassin's Creed 3 was out, I'd be like, I hate the boat missions. I'm so bored all the time. They're hard and all that stuff. And then
Leading in.
And then Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
One of the worst debuts ever. Black Flag, literally, they thought that playing the pirate, I didn't even like the theme of it. Like,
the music was good.
Davy's Locker.
That's one thing I love. That's one thing I love about being on the boats. The shanties. They are the greatest things.
What, the little songs?
Yeah.
Well, Assassin's Creed was the best. All on the... They sing that all the time.
Yeah. But they brought boats back with a vengeance because ever since you get the boat, you are on the boat for the rest of the fucking game, and it is awful. They didn't put as much time into land sections as they should have. They would do it for little linear missions that you'd be there for
2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes top.
But they'd have little tiny pieces of land with a little treasure on them. They'd be like, Captain, there's stuff over there. And then you'd have to jump off your boat, swim, open a chest, swim, get back in your boat. Hey, Captain's back.
But
hey!
I think
Mission complete.
I think
Mission complete.
This is another way to look at it. Those people that were like, oh, we need to have more boats in the next Assassin's Creed from Assassin's Creed 3. I think that the developers were thinking, oh, you want some more boats, you little shit?
We'll give you some fucking boats.
I think they didn't know what else to do after Assassin's Creed 3, and I think they needed to spit out a game.
One of my favorite game reviewers, Angry Joe. I'm sure if people are watching this, they'll know who he is. I don't know if any of you do.
I don't know him, actually.
Angry Joe. He's one of my favorite guys because he gives honest...
Wait, who's Angry Joe? Do I know him?
He reminds me of you, actually. When I think... He reminds me a lot of you. You have to show him. You look him up and show him. But Angry Joe, he's one of my favorites... Huh? Okay.
Keep going.
He's one of my favorite reviewers, and he does a lot of honest reviews of games, and I usually end up agreeing with him on most of the stuff. But he did a review of Assassin's Creed 4, and he gave it such a high review that I was very, very upset.
And most people think that Black Flag was one of the most successful games in the Assassin's Creed series. In my opinion, it's not. It's not original. It's... people saying Call of Duty, we need something new, we need something fresh. It's not about that. If you're going to play Call of Duty, you want that Call of Duty feeling.
Yeah.
But in Assassin's Creed, you want that Assassin's Creed feeling, jumping over buildings, doing the assassin role, as in just, jumping off,
running through
someone.
A city, hiding in crowds, not going in a boat and hiding in some fog.
And I think the background, even to Black Flag, was not even that good. Like Davy Jones' Locker, the actor, it was not really thought out.
I'll show a little preview of what Angry Joe is. Oh wait, never mind. Wait, is it working? Yeah,
it's
volume's working.
Hey Joe, you wanna play a zombie game? Yeah. Hey Joe, you wanna play a zombie game? Sure. Hey Joe, you wanna play a zombie game? Okay. Hey Joe, you wanna play a zombie game? Jesus Christ, how many fucking zombie games you buying, Joe? Hey Joe, you wanna play a zombie game? No, I don't wanna fucking play another goddamn zombie game! Hey Joe, you wanna play a zombie game? Stop it. Hey Joe, you wanna play a zombie game? No! Hey Joe, you wanna play a zombie game? Kill me. Joe, you wanna play a motherfucking zombie?
Anyway, that was just a preview. That was a preview of his review of Dying Light.
Yes, that was the beginning.
Wait, don't we have Dying Light's gonna come?
Yes, it's gonna come.
Which is my two-piece. But let's finish yours.
And Assassin's Creed, he gave it such a high review. I don't remember. It was anywhere between 8 and 10, along with his badass seal of approval. I believe he gave to it because that's a thing he does, and I think it's really cool. But anyways, I completely disagreed with him because if you really want an Assassin's Creed game, you don't want to be on a boat for the entire
Where you
game.
can't assassin.
Yeah, like if they had put an equal amount of time into how big the land was and had more land sections with maybe a little bit of spice of boat stuff.
Yes, exactly. Like 1 or 2 missions there.
Yes, but
what
the problem was, instead of fast traveling being and you're in a big city and you fast travel at certain points, it was you're on like the entire world and you have to sail your ship to parts and like you go to one mission
And it is
next
taking
mission halfway across the
and
world.
it is taking real time to get there. You are being the real fucking Christopher Columbus, and you are taking 36 months to get to the.
Meanwhile,
fucking
you
next mission.
run into enemy forts, you run into other boats, and they don't. Whenever you need a certain upgrade for a mission, it's not like buy the ram upgrade, buy the harpoon upgrade. It's like, bro, you might want to upgrade your shit, and it's like, well, what do I upgrade? I don't know, just do it. And it's like, oh, okay, thanks, I guess. But and then there's also the full sync, and I loved when they added that in Brotherhood because it would give you another objective to do besides the main mission. It would make you do it in a certain way that would make you feel more like an assassin.
Can never do that.
Me
Yeah.
either. I have not gotten.
I had a track record of doing it 100% sync every single game, and then Black Flag came out, and I got so upset at some of the shit that they would have you do in these boats that I just said fuck it, and I let my record go to waste. This game killed my completionist with Assassin's Creed, and it made me really, really hesitant to buy the next ones, which is Unity and Rogue, which is going to be Black Flag Part 2.
It's the same thing.
And it makes me so sad. But Unity, I believe it's all land.
All land. But this is the thing I want to talk about, though. You know, I was like really disappointed when Black Flag came out. So I saw Unity. I saw that it was in French. It was during the Reign of Terror, so I was like, all right, I like it. It's like a nice
cool
build, cool idea.
As well as the new mechanics that they added in. And
I
the
don't like the
multiplayer
fighting mechanic.
See, I didn't really see much about the fighting mechanic. I just saw more on the parkour mechanic and stuff like that.
The parkour mechanic has changed. The fighting mechanic, you can no longer chain kill.
What?
You can't chain kill.
That was like the best thing that they added.
Anyone in the game knew when you were born in Assassin's Creed, you would kill someone and you would go into chain kills
and you'd
just
get like
kill and kill
big ass kill streaks just left and
exactly.
right.
They changed
Get that attack chopper, bro.
Pretty much.
Now you have to literally max out your stuff just to get into like a 6-man chain. It's that bad.
That's
from what I've heard, the story mode is amazing. It's supposed to have way better reviews than Rogue, but the thing is that I didn't like is that they restricted it to only Xbox One.
What?
Unity. Unity is only Xbox One.
It's on
Rogue,
PC too.
Yeah, but PC. I'm talking about consoles.
Oh, so it's not on like PS4?
No, it's only on like
next gen.
Next gen. There you go. I'm trying to think of that word.
Okay.
N-gen.
Anyways,
and then Rogue.
Yeah.
Rogue came out. I watched the trailer, and from what I heard from a lot of people, oh, it's gonna be amazing.
No.
So I'm thinking like, oh yeah, it's the game I want. I watch it. I see sand. And
water. No, the thing is, I saw Rogue, like they were talking about it on the Xbox 360 dashboard, and it was just like Assassin's Creed Rogue, and I was like, oh dude, no fucking way. You get to play as an assassin that turns into a Templar. That's really kind of cool. It's kind of new. And then I select the thing, a boat, just a picture of a boat, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me with this. This is just complete nonsense.
It's basically the same feeling I got when I saw trailers of Dying Light, to be honest.
we could talk
thought
about zombie trailers though.
I thought it would be exactly like Dead Island.
I like that.
I'm gonna talk about it because I played the game.
Shit, but the game is amazing.
I've actually got the game free. My friend bought it for me.
Dynamite?
Shout out
To Josh Smith.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not.
Stop calling out names.
He doesn't care. Can I call out his YouTube?
No.
I thought you said no plugs.
Yeah, so no plugs.
Okay, so I could say Josh.
Alright, fine.
Anyway, Josh.
Anyway,
I want that.
it's
basically
a Dead Island with parkour.
See, here's the thing. With Dead Island, I always said that I would love a parkour thing because parkour in zombie games is just fun. And I loved Mirror's Edge, which was a game that was all parkour, and I would have loved the second one, but they're really shoddy with it. So when I found out about Dying Light and that it was pretty much just a free roam type thing, but with zombies in it, I was like, dude, that sounds fucking awesome.
But it looks just like every other Dead Island.
But the thing is, Techland is the people that make it, and Techland made Dead Island, so of course it's going to look similar.
Yeah, not like it's the same idea behind it.
What do you mean?
You're going, killing zombies, going rescuing people, and running back.
Isn't that every zombie game?
That's every zombie
But
game.
it's in the same style as Dead Island. Like,
It's
I
also
want
in the same
something
style of
new.
Dead Rising,
It
same
is
style
something
of
new,
Left
in
4
my
Dead.
opinion. While playing it, so this is the thing. I never liked Dead Island games, so I knew that I was not gonna like. He bought it. Goes, I bought you something. I was like, okay. I played it. It was Dying Light. I wasn't really interested when I first put the game in. So when I first got into it, it's different. It's not the same. Like
It has a different feel.
the movement in that game
Mhm.
to run and the ability trees that you can build off it to have certain skills to run faster or to leap higher. It's fun, you know. The customization, the crafting system to craft new weapons. You know, you can have. I had an electric hammer.
Yeah, but then again, Dead Island.
But
You
think
know?
about this. Dead Island, your skill trees are dependent on your character.
Yeah.
This
Dying
game-
Light, you can customize it based on how you want.
No custom character. You'll
Well,
have
you didn't have
Well,
that
I
in
meant
Dead
like
Island-
skill
Dead Rising
trees. I
either.
meant skill trees.
Or Dead
wise.
Island.
you play as one person in the game, and I feel like it's great. The story mode's really long. It's about a 6 to 8 hour story mode if you take your time and do side missions and do like what every game wants you to do. The map is big. There's a lot of things you can find. I don't know. I kind of like it. You know, it's the first really game I played that's closest to Dead Island, and the only thing I was disappointed about is once you finish the game, there's nothing more to do. You know, you can't go back.
That's a lot of single player games, though.
Yeah, but if you think it's like $60, you're gonna buy that game, and then you're gonna beat it, and then what happens? Because any person that gets into games, like we were talking about it earlier today,
You're going to grind that game out and not stop playing it
Not
until
stop
you're done
playing
with it.
until you're done with it.
Yeah.
We've done
Exactly.
that with many of games.
And which comes to waste because you can waste $60, and then boom, you're done, and it's gonna sit
Why
on the
not
shelf.
why not just rent it from Redbox when it comes out? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I hear
I'm from them.
that playing with a partner makes it even better.
Yes,
Because then
I
there's
play
that,
with a partner.
yeah, because playing with people makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Because you just get to, fuck around, jump
Wombo combo.
The
Yeah.
best thing to do in that game, in my opinion, is nighttime. You go out there at nighttime and you get
That was
chased.
a mechanic that I thought was
yeah, I
really
do
cool.
have to give it to them.
Everything.
I did enjoy seeing that mechanic put
Yeah.
in where everything gets more like alive at night,
Mhm.
and
Like
like
during the
every
day-
zombie game should be. There should be an element of
Yes.
fear
Yeah.
in a zombie
Exactly.
game.
You
But
didn't
most
have-
zombie games nowadays are just like, yeah, I'm going in to kill these bitches.
Mhm.
In this game at night, you're
you
like,
don't want to go
yeah,
outside.
I'm gonna go and kill these bitches, and then that night comes around, and you're like, oh shit, I better go inside somewhere.
Yeah.
You
Exactly. You know, get to a safe house.
But
That's the thing. Like with the
It's like kind of like Don't Starve.
yes, it's to tell you the truth, it's like all right, it's nighttime. It's like you see the sun going down. We're booking ass to a safe house.
Yeah.
We're not gonna survive, and the wide variety of the different monsters you like meet in that game. It's like Left 4 Dead. Remember when you had the tanks? All right. Like I was saying about tanks, in Left 4 Dead you had tanks, you had the boomers, you had those little guys, a whole bunch of stuff. In this game, you have these nightmares that will chase you, and they make these weird ass noises, and they're fast as hell, and they scare the shit. Then you have
As you whisper.
you have babies. You have,
Scare the
you have babies that are screaming in the game, and the way you kill them is
Oh, I
The-
remember
the-
seeing stuff about that. Like
the
that was
side-
like really. I'm surprised that that
the
wasn't
story
more of an
mode was
issue.
amazing, but the thing it's like very raw. Like you gotta have a stomach.
Yeah,
You literally will walk up to a baby and
like an actual baby
and just break its neck
Mm.
instantly.
Yeah, I remember seeing stuff
Yeah,
about
the
that.
babies
I'm
in that
surprised. Like I'm really surprised.
I'm
it wasn't more
surprised.
about
I'm
that.
surprised they didn't get like
Like
hate.
controversy. Because,
Controversy.
like you can't kill kids in like Skyrim, Fallout because people will be like, it's a kid killing simulator. But in this one, you literally snap
You
babies.
snap
necks.
a baby's neck.
Oh yeah,
It's
and
bad.
it's creepy too.
It is.
But back when you said it was only like 6-hour gameplay, I'm thinking back to the Order 1886. beautiful game.
I honestly, I never even really knew
Yeah,
anything about it.
you
Like,
guys,
I had never.
I
never
don't think any of you guys know anything about
I
it.
don't know. 18.
It's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful next gen game. I think it's PS4 only.
What game did you say?
I wouldn't be surprised. It looks
I'm
like
not
something that
sure.
might be-
But it is a beautiful game. Downsides. Very short.
Oh, that's always
Very,
the worst.
very short.
It's always the worst.
It is basically. Do you know the game Wolfenstein?
I've
Yes,
heard
I
of it.
know.
I've played it.
Wolfenstein, is that with the
that is a
Germans and the Nazis?
beautiful. It's basically a if the Nazis won World War II.
Okay.
It's basically like a future like that. Well, The Order 1886 is a steampunk Victorian age where this order of like the Knights of the Round Table basically are going around killing werewolves. And all of a sudden, vampires get thrown in the mix. It's very fast.
Very
The
Twilight.
story
Twilight.
goes by
My
too
sparkling.
fast. Like you start out with an open scene of your main character getting beaten in prison, and then he escapes. Well, then all of a sudden, it cuts back to when he wasn't in prison and he's working with.
I hate it when storylines
Exactly.
progress way too. Like Frankenstein. I was complaining about that throughout the whole movie that it was moving too fast.
But it might be 6 to 8 hour gameplay. But you also got to think about roaming.
No, there is no roaming in this game.
No, but in
Dying Light.
Dying Light,
But
you have roaming. You're looking for chests to find new weapons.
Yeah, but like
Yeah,
the
there's
thing,
things that add
Side
more to it.
missions.
what irks me about the Order 1886, it is one of those games, like most games nowadays, where once you get into a cutscene, it's not just a cutscene. If you're going to give me a cutscene, give me a cutscene. If you're going to give me gameplay, give me full control
Oh, is it
gameplay.
like a QTEs and
It
stuff?
is like a triangle, circle, square, X type of game.
Now,
You
is
have
the order
to press X.
is the order? Sorry to interrupt, but is the order open world or is it linear?
It is linear as can be.
This game's open world.
Like you have
Order?
no
The order?
No,
No,
the order
no,
is
Yeah,
linear.
I know. Dying Light is,
You-
but the order I didn't know.
it is a beautiful game.
It looked
the-
great from the trailers. Like I don't know, are those in-engine cutscenes or are those pre-rendered?
Those are in engine.
Those are in.
Yes.
Then yeah, that's a really good. looking
Like
game.
it is beautiful. There are missions in flying blimps, and you get to see down on England with the castle and everything, and it's beautiful. You wouldn't be able to tell it's a video game. I'm surprised you can get that clear. But you give me a $60 game, I'm expecting to play $60.
$60
$60 worth it.
I want
Directly.
everything that will I'm
You want your
paying
money's
$60.
worth. You want your
Exactly.
money's worth.
Which it delivers, except
It's still short.
it
so
yes, which I mean it's a very good concept of a game. It is an amazing concept. I was fully immersed into this game watching a let's play of it, and I feel like I played the game, but I shouldn't have to feel like I played the game just from watching let's play
Mhm.
because
You should want more from it.
Yeah.
You should want to
I should want to experience it. But the experiencing part of it is basically going around, and the YouTuber I watched was sitting there, and you don't know if you need to pick something up for a mission because since it's a beautiful game and they know it's a beautiful game, they show off that it's a beautiful game by putting in pictures that look like real fucking pictures. And the YouTuber was like, "Do I need this?" And then he picked it up, and it's like, "No, it's just another damn fucking picture." And I'm just like,
trying to show off too much.
they try and add to the gameplay by adding nonsense.
Yeah, they just add
Basically.
like little tiny things to try and make it a little bit longer.
Yeah,
It's like at that point, it's like just show me a movie. Don't even give me the game. Just show me a movie.
that's what I was feeling. I'm like, this could have been wrapped up as a movie, you know?
Sorry about the noise. That was Scott's computer. He's doing research. Keep going.
But, I mean, it's a good concept. You have a good guy working for a just cause, and then, he's fighting these rebels, and all of a sudden, he has to work with these rebels because he figures out there's controversy within the order, which is the Knights of the Round Table, basically. And his mentor dies in this controversy. So he's trying to find the truth. So he has to work with the rebels to figure out what's going on. So that's originally back to the beginning of what's going on in the beginning of the movie, or basically
movie, yeah.
but in the beginning of the game, and then you only have 30 minutes of gameplay after you get, basically to the start of the game.
You know what I meant by QTEs, right?
Yeah.
Like the
Quick times.
Yeah. Who else here agrees? This is really kind of off topic, but this is just something I really need to say.
We were here, then we went.
Bah. Who agrees that the most bullshit final boss fight in any game possible
is a
QTE boss fight?
Wait, what do you mean?
That meaning that you get into the boss fight
and you're pressing buttons
and you're
to beat
just pressing like X.
You're not fighting your own.
It's a cutscene where you just press buttons.
I hate it too. I don't know. I've never really played one.
You hit them a couple of times, and then you're in a QTE. Then you're back into that. You hit them a couple times, you're in a QTE. And a game that I love that had that problem, we're going to go right back to what you said as soon as I say this, was Metal Gear Rising, Vengeance. The last boss fight was great, but it was disappointing because it was just a bunch of QTEs.
Well, I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying what I'm about to say, but like you know how I played World of Warcraft for a while. And in some of the dungeons, there are some bosses that are kind of like that.
What?
And
an MMO?
Well, I mean, it's not like every boss, but like it's, a sub-boss.
Yeah.
But I still want a challenge, I'm sitting here trying to kill bosses and go through dungeons and get new stuff, and I want to be able to kill something, that's saying, oh, it's all me, I want to be able to have to use a tank, a healer, and everything else to beat something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to just press 3 buttons and it's dead.
Yeah, it's not as satisfying.
But to end the Dying Light so we can move on.
Oh, well, do you have anything else to say about the order before we finish?
No, basically it's a movie.
Yeah.
Go see the movie, kids.
I mean,
pay $10 for a ticket, take your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever you got.
I'm going to tell you this. Don't waste $60 on buying the Order 1886. Wait till it's either on Redbox and rent it for a day, play it, grind it out, enjoy it while you can,
or watch
a Let's Play, because you're going to get the same experience, except one, you're using your money.
Dying Light, I think it's a really good game. I think it's for people that are willing to spend $60 for a good story mode game. It's really interesting, and it relates to real life issues sometimes. When it comes to like stuff like
dealing
that,
with things,
dealing with like
morality issues.
Not morality, just like think about
again? What connects to real life issues?
Dying Light.
Certain scenarios.
It's not the reason why the zombies became the backstory to that is it was a virus, and if you think about it, when we just had the Ebola virus
that got put in the wrong hands of somebody.
Yeah. No, it was not. The city had it, and the city locked it down. That's the thing. When it relates to real life, look at the Ebola issues. We canceled all stuff coming from Africa and stuff like that. So it's really good to tell you the truth.
Would you recommend people paying money for it?
Paying $60?
As it stands now, or would you rather than wait till price drops or rent it or something like that?
Wait until price drops. It's definitely a game that you will be able to replay because of DLC.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I didn't even think about that.
To be honest, the only games I think are worth $60 are ones with long-lasting multiplayer.
Exactly. Well, yeah.
You have to have a good campaign that could or could not be co-op, depending on how great it is. But you also have something that'll keep you busy once the co-op's finished. Mm-hmm. Kind of like a Call of Duty franchise, which I know isn't a good example.
Yeah, nowadays.
But you got to think back to World at War. And you
know what? Honestly, I used to kind of hate this game for the multiplayer. Black Ops 1. I think that the story mode was actually pretty solid.
Yeah,
and it was actually really fun and stuff. Like that was the one that got me into Call of Duty. And granted, the multiplayer I didn't have as much fun with as I did like MW2, which also the story mode for that was outstanding. But
I mean, I think
more games where they have. As much time as they put into story mode, they put into a multiplayer that can keep you going.
But I don't want a multiplayer that'll make me rage quit either.
Yeah,
I want something that'll make the playing experience for everyone even.
Yes.
But
that's enough on that.
Alright, Dying Light. You should wait to buy it. It's definitely a game to have. It's worth the $60 if you're one of those people that just loves playing single player games, and you never will get tired of it.
And you have 3 friends that'll play with you.
Exactly, and like,
Four-player co-op?
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude.
KOR Speed played it.
Oh, wow.
And so did Vanos and
And all them, but yeah, going back onto that, it's a great game, worth playing. DLC is coming out for. I have not. I'm not interested in buying it,
Yeah.
but
You can see why
Yeah.
people can be.
people can be. So on to the next.
if that's your type of game, it is.
Yeah.
Now, a thing we like talking about just amongst ourselves, amongst each other, and Scott, you can finally chime in, is things that
chime
we
in.
played that got us into
Gaming.
when we were kids.
Your
First game ever played, Pajama Sam.
Now, you told us this earlier, and I had no idea what Pajama
All
Sam
right,
was.
let me give you a rundown of what Pajama Sam was. It is basically a computer game for kids. The subliminal message behind it is clean up your room. And basically what it was is it's this blue guy, and your mom comes in, and like most cartoons, you never see their head. You never see their face. You just see their waist and below. And she's coming in, Sam, you got to clean your room.
I actually have a question.
Hmm.
Did it involve a boat?
Yes.
I played this game.
Yes.
I played the fuck out of this game, dude.
See, I knew
I
you would
played
remember
this
it.
game. As soon as you started saying, like, clean up your room,
But
something
basically,
like that,
you all of a sudden, I think you went under your bed or something.
and all of a sudden you're in, like,
All of a sudden you're in the
the
sewer.
You got a boat, you got a talking boat, and it's like, you got a cape or something like that.
Yeah, you're in a cape and you have to
I
go
remember
around
that game.
collecting trash and everything.
played that on
And there
my
was really no
grandmother's dad
end.
There really wasn't. I replayed that game
But it
so many
was so
times.
fun.
Yeah, because, like, back then, like, the standard for fun games were so low.
And we were
that
like,
we
not
didn't
even
even really
that,
understand.
we
and
were
everything was
children.
Fun. It's crazy.
My first game. Well,
Yeah, what about, I was going to ask you, what about
my first game. I'm trying to think. It was definitely on the PS1. If I'm going back to old days, I'm going back to the PS1. It was this car game. I don't remember the name, but all I remember is I was stuck in a garage and I never knew how to get past the first mission. So I would just drive in circles, end the game. Get back on later on that day, just drive in circles. Because I didn't know how to get out of the garage.
Man, that's
I didn't know how to
horrible
pass-
first experience with gaming.
Because that's the thing,
you?
I
Why
never
are you
knew.
still here?
But then I slowly moved on. I'm trying to think.
You finally got your dad to beat it for you?
No. I went to, actually, I had played PlayStation 1. That's when I personally gamed. And I got that game. And you know what? And I guarantee you, none of the kids from the 2000s will ever know what your game came in when you bought the PlayStation 1 game. What kind of case? You remember when they came in the regular plastic
Yeah,
CD
they came
cases?
in the CD cases.
The CD
Oh,
cases,
yeah.
a
the
little
thick
PS1
one.
logo on
Yeah.
the side.
And it was like, had that little bumpiness on the
Yep.
side of it.
I remember
Those
that.
are what
What about you, Scott? What was your first gaming experience that you can remember?
Halo. Well, actually, no,
Think
Mortal
far
Kombat.
back. I'm talking.
Mortal Kombat Armageddon on PS2.
That was your first
Mm-hmm.
that you can remember?
Well, obviously, there was Pajama the Man.
No, that wasn't my first.
What is your first?
My first was you have something to say?
Yeah, actually, I just remember what my actual first one was. The first ever Resident Evil on PS1.
Dude, that's old.
That's old school.
That's old.
But mine is probably one of the oldest out of the four of us.
Atari.
Is that mine was Space Invaders on the Atari because my dad, he had an Atari for some reason, and he didn't get me it. He just kind of had it.
Yeah.
And, he would let me play it, and there was really not that many games on it, I guess. But Space Invaders was one that I played a lot, and there's not much to it. There's really not that much to it. You just kind of fire up, and
kind of like
was
the sounds of Pong.
Pong, yes.
in a way, yes.
Pong.
And as time went on, I got like a whole bunch of plug-and-play consoles. Like I had one with SpongeBob where like the joystick was his nose.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, dude, that's...
I had
those types of games.
I had like this like N64 controller.
Oh, the 3-1?
Yeah, the one with like
Oh
the
my
three
God.
My
things that you
favorite
plug in and then you just start playing. There's all these like random ass
Favorite
games.
game as a kid I don't know. I mean, I was born and raised in the South. I don't know if you guys ever played this
Duck
game.
Hunt guarantee.
Duck Hunt.
Oh,
Oh
please.
my god.
Everybody's played
Yeah,
Duck
Duck
Hunt.
Hunt was on the 3, like, handled controller.
I'm talking about.
Yes, with the gun, right? The gun.
I'm talking about. There was this light that flew across your room. It was a portable thing, and it made a duck fly over like your ceiling.
No, I've never played
I've
it.
never played that.
This was next gen before next gen was even a thing.
That sounds fun, though.
Dude, like, it had this little orange shotgun thing, and ducks would make a quacking noise out of this thing, and you could shoot it.
I think you were actually just hunting.
No,
I think you were just hunting.
But I got a question here, and everyone can go by. First person shooter, or like shooter game.
First,
Scott.
That I've played or that I've enjoyed?
Well, yours would be Resident Evil, correct? Then.
No,
That-
Resident Evil wasn't first person.
Well, isn't that a shooter?
It's a shooter, but it's
Oh,
not.
I thought you said first person.
Yeah, because there's not a lot out there. First shooter game.
First that you played or first that you enjoyed?
First that you played.
First that I played. Does
Resident
Space
Evil.
Invaders count?
If you want it to count.
does Spider-Man for the PlayStation 2 count?
No.
Can I count Spider-Man 2?
No.
PlayStation 2?
What, does it have guns in it? That's not
Well,
guns.
the villains had
The
guns.
villains had guns.
Okay, then you can count
I mean,
that.
You can't count
There was no streets below. It was all smoke, but...
Mine
that was in the first game.
Yeah, that's
My-
the one I played, and I
my
always fell
first
down
one-
into it.
was on, I think it was on...
Never knew what I was hanging on to.
I don't know if it was
Yeah.
on the PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2. But it was 007 and
Oh,
GoldenEye.
That stuff was on
GoldenEye, and I used to play with my sister, and all we used to do was play each other, and I would run to the little secret room with a golden pistol.
Yep,
Mhm.
and
just
one
shoot.
shot every
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I honestly can't think of what my first one was.
First
I think.
experience with my first person shooter would have to be. I got a late start with console video games,
Late
as all you
bloomer.
guys know.
Yeah, you've told us before.
Would have to be Black Ops 1 at my friend's house, and all we did was play zombies all night.
Yeah, me too, except not zombies, because his TV was so dark that we'd play zombies and we'd get really freaked out because it was so dark and we couldn't see
Yeah.
anything except for like.
Well, I
eyes.
mean, like this was my friend. You know, we love scary movies and everything else. We love getting scared shitless,
Mhm.
and like but like the first game that I got with my Xbox when I got it, whenever I figured out I love first person, I like zombies enough to go get my own Xbox and everything, was World at War.
Mhm.
I mean, but although Black Ops 1 was my first, World at War I got for the zombies because I knew that's where, it all started. So, you might as well go back to the roots.
Second question.
Wait, hold on, before you say that, I think one of my first actual shooters that I've played, I don't know what it's called. I know it was for the PS1, and I played the shit out of this game. Besides Duck Hunt, of course, it wasn't for the PS1. But it was a game where the story was really weird. Like, it was like about some dude whose father died, and like there was like a tank or something like that. And it was a really, really confusing game. And you would drive around in the tank, and then you would press select, and like a little beam of light would shoot out of the tank, and then you would be a person.
I think I know what you're talking
And
about.
then you would run around as a person, you press select again, you go back to the tank.
I
It
don't know.
was a really
never
confusing
played
game, but I think there was shooting stuff in it.
Well, if
Alright,
there's a tank.
Do you know
yeah.
this game?
But it wasn't like a normal type of tank.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Wait, alright.
And there's Tomb Raider.
There's Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider, I remember that.
Alright, do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember when they had the Duck Grand Theft Auto?
The what?
Top down.
Remember, it was just like it's 2D.
Oh, that's like GTA 1.
GTA 1 with the duck. You couldn't shoot people. It was just quack quack and you go steal
okay,
the
no, I
car.
don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, dude. I don't know if this was ghetto GTA 1 because it was a duck.
The duck.
I've never heard of the Duck GTA.
It was old, dude. I'm telling you, I played this maybe when I was like
Scott, do some research on that. I
3
want to
years
see some
old.
pictures of
a
some
duck
shit.
GTA. It's like you're a
I'm
duck.
currently researching why there's a porn parody of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Why is that important, right?
Why?
It came up on game. It came up on entertainment.
What's
Okay,
it
yeah,
called?
uh-huh.
Guardian of the
Alright.
Galaxy?
Anyway,
Oh,
hang on,
Guardians
hang
of the
on.
Galaxy.
This is a perfect segue. Since we were talking about Duck GTA heists.
Wow.
You went
I
down.
went down the list, but
Down.
it's
No,
a-
we're gonna go
it-
back
it-
up.
hang on. It's a perfect segue.
We can come back, but
But
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know, Goo, you don't have
I don't have
GTA, but me, Sean, and Scott
Scott Button.
have, we've had our two-piece with GTIs, even though we've only done the first two, because that's, they're a
our
lot.
schedules are very conflicting.
Yeah, they're a lot harder and take a lot more time than people would think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure there's no ducks in GTA.
No, he's saying,
You know what?
There was
I'm
no.
gonna look
I
for it.
searched up GTA ducks.
Can I have your laptop?
Nothing came up.
Alright, talk about
Okay.
GTA with
Well,
them.
anyways,
Because I've never played
so
Heist.
as I'm sure almost all of you may know, whenever GTA 1 was, or GTA 5, I should say, was coming out,
They promised heists
one
from
of
the
the
beginning.
selling points of the game was that you were going to be playing as, like, people that would do heists and stuff. And one of the main selling points for the multiplayer was 4-player heists. And it took what? Almost 2.5 years? 1.5 years? How long?
It's like 1.5. It's going on 2 years that it's been out.
Almost 2 years for them
The
to
game?
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game came out in September.
Not of last year.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Actually, yeah, it's
Like
been
2
a while
years
ago.
ago.
Yeah, it has been.
Wow.
Yeah. It was like
Wow.
2013.
Last year. It was last year.
It didn't release 2014.
It
It was
did.
2013.
It was last year. Because I was at my old house.
What?
I was at
Heist?
your old house in 2014.
No,
Wait,
I meant,
what are you
I meant
trying to
the house before this. The one on the beach house? That was last year.
It wasn't released in 2014. It was 2013.
What? The game?
GTA 5.
Are you
GTA
talking about this?
That's the game.
That's GTA 1.
Yes, there's a duck.
Where?
Apparently, I don't see it. Though, but
Anyways, for however long GTA 5 has been out, they've promised heists. October.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's true.
It was
No,
October
it
2013. 18th November 2014 for what? Because I know
Do
it
you
was
see that?
2013.
Go back.
Xbox One.
That picture right there with the.
Yeah,
What are these?
Was it?
it was a year. Yeah,
Red
2013.
lights?
Yeah, it was a year ago.
There's no way.
No,
those
it
are
was
red
2
lights.
years ago. Well, not.
I swear to God, there
it's
was
like a year and a
ducks
half
in that
ago.
game. I was
Anyways,
But I was at my beach house.
back to the main thing. They one of the main selling points was 4-player heists. Took them almost 2 years to actually release the heists.
yeah, well, they did go to different conventions saying, "Oh, we're sorry, we haven't came out with heists." Oh, whenever GTA comes out for the Xbox One and PS4, we're going to release heists with that release. Still didn't.
Yeah,
We've
and it still
been-
took them time. To
Everybody since GTA 5 has come out, everybody has been waiting for these heists,
Yeah.
because it's been promising big money, big money, big
do that.
money.
Yep,
And
and that's
ever
always been
since-
a problem. All
yeah,
these missions, they
I
don't
mean,
give you enough money.
The only thing I don't like about GTA 5 is you have to pay for stuff.
Yeah.
And
All
that
right.
contradicts everything GTA stands for, in my opinion.
I got a question to this. All right, so GTA. Do you think now the reason why Heist took so long is that the company that actually makes GTA is
Rockstar.
not Rockstar, as you would put, is an undeveloped, not really a big game making company.
They're a
Rockstar's a
huge
big
company.
company.
They have so many games that have
But
sold
think-
so much that
But think about it.
even
Look
GTA
how
5 alone.
look how long it takes them to build a game.
Yeah, but
But
it's
the thing
so
is-
detailed.
Yeah, that's the
So
thing. That's the
detailed.
only.
I mean, if
that's
you
the
think
only,
about
like,
it, they have to create, especially with GTA 5. I think they did the
When
best
did-
job with GTA 5 with what I'm about
Scott,
to say.
look up when
They
GTA
gave
4 came out.
AI
GTA 4
their
came
own
out.
personalities.
Yeah, but the thing is, GTA 4 came out a long time ago, but they had games in the middle of
Yeah,
all
they
that
had-
going through.
they
had
even
Red
They
Dead
had,
made-
Redemption.
they had Max Payne.
Not
they
even
had-
Max
that,
Payne
but in
3.
GTA 4, they also had separate stories
Yeah,
like
they had
Ballad of
DLCs
Gay
that pretty much
Tony
made it
and-
almost like a new game.
Exactly.
That's the thing I don't like about DLC though. DLC is not considered a real new game.
It's
Well,
not.
well,
but,
well,
but
in
they're
GTA
still releasing
in-
things that would keep
In
you
GTA
occupied.
4 it was.
See, that's the thing. I never really liked GTA 4. I didn't
love
like the story more.
We had like I don't know
The
if
story
you ever
mode?
played with
Instead
it.
of
No,
death?
well, the story mode was
It was dumb, and the online was subpar.
it was hard to follow. But the online, whenever you would play with friends like us, we would always just mess around. And
Yeah,
just
that's
have
the only
fun.
thing you really did.
Yeah.
No,
Because you didn't have to worry about
now
money.
compare to Saints Row 3.
But the only problem with Saints Row 3 is that
Oh,
you can
Saints
only
Row
do
2,
two
because
people.
Saints Row 2.
I never played Saints Row 2.
Saints Row 2 came out before Saints Row 3, and that was during GTA 4. Saints Row 2 I had a lot more fun with.
Yeah, but then again, wasn't Saints Row 2 not multiplayer?
Yes, it was.
It
You
was,
just
yeah.
had to have the card. You could not just like say the thing is people used to just like they needed the card because it's like Ubisoft. You need to sign
Oh,
up.
the online pass.
Yeah, the online pass
Yeah.
to get into
Saints
the
Row
game.
3 and 4 were like that too.
Yes, so you had to put it in and then you played
Hmm.
online, and it was a lot better in my opinion because you do a lot more stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, now GTA 5, the multiplayer, it's
Amazing.
But you have
Yeah.
to think about
the
it.
only problem is that it's too reliant
It
on
probably
money.
took so long
Because it's such a great game.
it is original in the single player because you're playing as 3 main characters,
Yeah,
not just one.
and it's not a short game either. Like GTA
And there's
4, you could
alternate
probably
endings.
grind. Yeah, GTA 4, you can probably grind that out in maybe a couple days. But GTA 5, it actually takes quite a while.
If you're doing
complete
most
the
of the
game.
side missions,
Quick random fact: GTA is as old as 1969.
damn.
That's a long time. All right, but like you were saying, it's long and all that.
I didn't think it was that.
GTA, like you're saying, it's a money game. In that time being GTA 5 being out, the only ways you really were able to make money were doing those missions or races,
Mhm.
which was pretty much
It sucks.
linear, like you were saying, linear. You were like stuck
But the
with
thing
just
was,
doing the
whenever
same
we
thing.
weren't doing those, we were having so much fun just messing
Yeah,
around.
because it was
in
free
mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But,
it kept us going. And after a while, we obviously
but
stopped
think
playing
about
because we got bored.
You get charged when your car blows up.
You get charged
You
when
get
you
charged when you die. You have to buy ammo.
That's the problem.
When you get arrested, you get charged. When you get stopped by the cops, they bail your car out.
Another
Your car
thing
gets
that I liked about GTA 4 that I wish they would implement in GTA 5 is getting arrested instead of automatically shot.
Yeah.
True.
Like, because, you know,
They did stop it though.
in
That's true.
GTA 5, I would love, I mean, you know, you go on those 5-star
But
rampages.
the only problem is, whenever you get arrested, you lose all your stuff.
Yeah.
That's the thing that sucks.
Yeah,
Especially
but
in
do
the
you
game,
know if you die by the cops, you lose your ammo?
you don't lose all of it. only
You lose
part.
most of it.
You lose like one mag. That's about it.
Yeah, but think about with special weapons.
You lose one shot.
But
No, you lose most of your ammo.
It's not like enough to really make a dent.
I've never even
Yeah, but
noticed it.
remember how much does ammo cost?
Not that much.
For
Actually.
special weapons?
I don't know, for my
I mean,
minigun, it takes a
Takes a
lot.
lot of
Well,
money.
yeah, but it's a minigun. Like, what situation are you in that you really need a minigun?
When you want to shoot down a road?
When I'm killing you guys?
Yeah, but that's annoying.
Yeah.
But,
I'm just like, GTA 5 with the heists have really done something good now that it's finally out.
yeah.
It got so
it brought
many
the game
people
back to life.
Not even that it brought it back to life because there was still a lot of people playing, but it gave
Incentive.
It gave a lot of people that had stopped playing so much motive to get back online that it broke the servers for 3 days?
Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah, but then it also comes to us, like I was saying, the company's underdeveloped.
Not that it's
It's not
underdeveloped.
really underdeveloped.
They
They
can't.
have so many
They can't.
great titles under their belt that they're not under.
There's
Well, I'm not
so
talking
many.
about
They're
titles.
just making stupid mistakes.
There's so many
Exactly.
people that are playing.
Now think of it.
But that's the problem, especially with a lot of companies nowadays. They're under expecting, and these.
Well, you got to think
Like,
about
wait,
it too.
let
You got
me-
to hang on. You got to think about it too. Why are you going to buy so many servers if you had to get rid of some servers?
No, but the thing
because
is,
there's not
they
that
made
many
so
people
much money
playing.
that buying a little bit more servers than they had actually planned wouldn't have been that big of a deal.
Yeah, but think about it. If they were to partner with another company, don't you think the game would come out even better? Because of the health?
No, because a lot of the
come
times,
out different.
yeah, a lot of the times
You know?
other companies will change something and it'll make the game worse than
Alright,
whatever it is.
But think of it as like Call of Duty with Activision. Treyarch and Activision. They help them because once you partner with Activision, you have access to so many
But the thing
programs.
is,
Like
but the
not
thing is,
really like
Rockstar, they already have all that stuff.
yeah, but think about it. If they can get a company to help them, think of it. They wouldn't have to focus all their resources on just trying to get the service back up. If they had another company helping them balance the service out while still keeping updates on the game,
I mean, yeah, I guess, but
think of it. That game is huge.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff they have to keep saying, and then you're saying like the amount of people that go onto the game. They need if they were to have a second company that can back them and help them on stuff to get stuff done faster. I think it would still be it would come out not like better, but they would see a lot of progress and a lot of like good out of it.
Yeah, it could definitely have its advantages, but on like the heist note, a thing that makes it redeemable about them taking so long to put it out is that these heists are very detailed
And it takes a long time
and it
to
takes
complete.
time and it's a lot of work,
Yeah.
you know. But my only problem is, and Payday does the same thing, and I don't like it. It's that you're just doing missions, but they labeled them as heists because you get a big payout. Like when I hear heist, I'm expecting
Millions.
you're sticking up a bank, you're robbing a bank, or some type of corporation where there's a lot of money. But these, it's like you're breaking some guy out of prison, or going to some sort of lab type thing.
Yeah.
And,
All right.
I think though once we get in future parts, we will see banks and everything
yeah,
else.
yeah,
This is just the start.
yeah. But I just think that
They've had enough time,
more heist.
They need to start showing results.
And the payout is kind of small for a heist.
Yeah, but I mean we've only done the first two.
Yeah.
So like that could, we got $200K for the second heist.
Well, you got 200K because you were
Well,
host,
yeah,
but
But anyways,
Alright.
does anybody else have anything else to say on
Scotty.
Scott's been over there signing.
Yeah. Silent.
Silent Bob?
I'm
Silent
just gonna
researcher.
chime in when a topic that interests me comes up.
Woof,
I'm
woof,
just saying a
woof.
topic that interests me.
Wow.
Give him a slap on the wrist, maybe a flick in the forehead.
I think we have a topic that we could talk about to get them chiming in.
Um,
Evolve. Want to go to Evolve?
Or the games we're looking forward to for the upcoming year.
What do you want to go to, Scott?
I like going forward. There are games coming up.
Alright, there you go. You can
Well,
take
then,
it.
yeah.
Go ahead, shoot. Start it up.
that would have been the next topic, anyways.
Yep.
Give us if you have any top 10.
Just give us something
Top
that.
10? That's a lot. I gotta go back to my game.
I mean,
I can tell you what my number one is.
everything that has come
Alright,
out
well,
since
greatest-
January for
Alright.
2015.
Wait.
H1Z1.
Are we talking platforms?
No, it was announced in 2014 and didn't come out until for alpha until 2015.
Okay.
Alright, wait.
Probably.
I got a question. Are we talking just certain platforms?
No, we're talking about
No.
games.
Games.
Cross-platform, any game.
January to the end of this year, any games you've been
January?
looking
I'm
forward
thinking no
to?
games.
I'm looking forward to the I don't
Can we
think
say November?
yeah,
November
you
of
always,
2014. That's like the biggest month where most games come out.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not
gotta
stuff we're
think-
looking forward
You
to.
got to think towards November of this year when the new Call of Duty's coming out with Treyarch, and they're going to do something with zombies again.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
That's
that,
what I'm
excited
looking forward
for.
to. Treyarch is the
Call of
zombies.
Duty. It's been on quite a decline ever since
Yeah,
Ghost.
but
like Advanced Warfare is
You
a
know
lot better than
Treyarch
Ghost.
does. You know Treyarch does.
Yeah, they do good games.
They do really good games.
But one thing that I'm looking forward to, and it was already released in 2014, but they're kind of remastering it for next gen and adding some things to it, is Dark Souls 2: Scholar of the First Sin. I know that you guys don't really know much about Dark Souls, but you know that I love it, and they're kind of remastering it for next gen, and they're gonna have like bigger like multiplayer because now you can only have like 3 or 4 people
Mm-hmm.
in an online game, and that one you're gonna be able to have like 6 to 8.
Oh, so it's gonna be like a mosh pit, pretty much. Like
Yeah, pretty kind of, yeah. And then they're also supposed to be adding new like NPCs, new quest lines, stuff like that. And then I was looking forward to Dying Light, and I hear mixed reviews about it. So
I love Dying Light.
yeah.
Have you played
do
it?
you have your top 10 yet?
I got a couple right now. So one.
Are they in order 10 to 1 or 1 to 10? Or?
I don't have 10 yet, so I'm just gonna go.
Just name them. Just name them.
I'm gonna start letting them out. All right, Dying Light. The Evolve open beta. I like Evolve.
We're gonna talk about
Yeah,
that
I
next
know-
because I know that's gonna be a lot of.
I know you guys have bad mixed feelings about that. I love it. Resident Evil Remastered. I love Resident Evil. I got what was it? Starwell.
Oh, they're
They made that for PS4 and PS3.
oh really?
Yep, they released it. I found that pretty cool.
I didn't think that would count, but sure.
Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires. Nobody knows that game. But Dynasty Warriors is a fun game that I love. It's it goes back to like mid-eastern dynasties where it would be like samurais fighting each other, and you fight to like power kind of, and you defend your side of your dynasty. So that came out actually last month. Resident Evil Revelations 2. I haven't seen it yet. I know it just came out recently. I haven't like looked into it, but I love Resident Evil. Hotline Miami 2. That's actually a really cool game.
Wait, isn't that an
Hotline
attachment?
Miami 2.
I know this is another topic and totally different. I don't even know if it came out yet or not, but
It did.
Sunset Overdrive
Sunset Overdrive came out.
looks beautiful.
Yeah, it didn't come out. It came out a long time ago.
Yeah, it came out. I think it
It
came
came
out.
out right when the Xbox One came out.
I thought it came out in 2015.
No.
No?
Not 2015.
No,
no.
it's been about a year now.
Hold up.
Oh, wow. I had no idea. I thought it came out this
Here,
year.
I'll research it, Scott.
I'm already doing it.
Shut up.
October
2014. Okay. But, I mean, it looks really fun. I just don't have anything to play it on. Like, I'd play it if I could, because it just looks like a cool game.
It looks like a game you'd get on to fuck around.
No, alright. People, if you do play PlayStation 2, then you know this game, Destroy All Humans. It's like that.
I know what game you're talking about.
Destroy All Humans.
You remember that game, right?
I remember that game, too.
That game was so much freaking fun.
I mean,
You're a
most of the
freaking
reviews-
alien on Earth,
and you
you're
could disguise yourself as, like, people, and you'd make people's heads explode. And
exactly.
You could mind read ladies, and be like, oh,
If I could get my
I think I need another Valium.
I mean,
if I could get my hand on the one with the
Overdrive-
baby, I would love to play it.
For Sunset
yeah.
Overdrive, most of the reviews are 9 out of 10.
Yeah, because Sunset
I
Overdrive.
mean, and they even have a
good
review from PewDiePie, which I know most of us don't even
You know
like
why
him,
I
but
like
this
it?
game. This game is awesome.
Keeping people to the. Anyways.
You want me to tell you why I think it's a really good game? Because it's not necessarily just how the game is, it reminds me. The way it looks, in my opinion.
It has a feel of Gotham City Imposters. I
I
know
like
Yes.
the style.
That,
Yeah.
it's like that fun look. Like, you
it's
just
the
wanna
art.
just...
The art
Yeah.
of Gotham City
Yes.
Imposters.
And it's really like.
I mean, you have the
new.
trampolines.
Cartoonish.
and,
Yeah.
you know.
Like, I usually hate games that, like, the Telltale games, pretty much all of them I don't like. I mean, Borderlands 2 I liked a little bit, but I usually don't like games that are too cartoony like that, with the cell shading
I didn't
stuff.
really like Borderlands, though.
And,
So back to the top.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
go
some
back.
more games.
I'm intercepting this. Mario Party 10. I want that.
Didn't you say you got it?
No, I used to have Mario Party 7. Oh, but I really
No, you
want
have 8. You have 8 now.
well, that's
Not
Mario
Mario
Kart.
Kart.
Mario Party.
Mortal Kombat 10. We talked about that earlier. It looks amazing. I'm always excited for Mortal Kombat. What else we got? The new Batman game.
That
That's really
game
cool.
looks... The graphics look really good.
Yeah.
God of War. I mean, I'm not a PlayStation player, but I love God of War. It's a good. I love that series.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
playing that. When
It's an okay game, yeah.
I played that when I was like really young, and then I loved all.
It
I
looks
remember
great
that
on the
one.
PS3. I can only imagine what it's going to look like on
It's
next
gonna
gen.
look beautiful.
There was one that I want. There was one I was. Oh my god! I hate thinking about it. Oh, the new Tomb Raider.
What about Halo
the
5?
Rise of the Tomb
Oh,
Raider?
right. Yeah.
That's coming out.
Are you excited for Halo 5?
Halo 5.
What's your
I,
thoughts?
he
What's
from
your
what I've
thought?
heard, he didn't even enjoy Halo 4 as much as he thought he would.
Oh my god, one of the worst first-person shooters.
Halo
just came
4.
out.
Don't get me wrong. Halo 4 was good, but it could have. It had so much more potential.
They read better.
They did it around. The way they did it was like more around Halo Reach. And I disliked Halo Reach a lot.
So what do you expect from Halo 5?
Destiny. That's what
No.
I expect from it.
It's not.
Destiny.
No, it's
Bungie.
nowhere gonna be close to Destiny.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Bungie. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Bungie,
Bungie
different
sold it.
company,
Yeah, I forgot.
but
Bungie and 343 are. Never mind.
and they will never come close. I looked at Halo 5. Halo 5 looks like a parkour Halo.
What?
Yes.
I might like it. I might actually like a Halo game.
It's like jumping, like you fly over walls and shit. It's pretty
They
sick.
just recently
New movement.
they gave out a teaser trailer.
I know, it looks sick, and they had the beta out for January. Get the fuck out of
Not
here!
that. They released like a 15
Slap
second.
Mike on the ass, by the way.
They released a 15-second
daddy
video
boy.
of a sniper shooting the chief helmet, and the bullet said traitor.
What about Master Chief Collection? Can we consider that game? Alright, let me tell you why. And then you tell me your real
That's
answer.
amazing. I love it.
Halo Master Chief came out in November.
That counts as a game.
Alright, but listen, you said in January. The reason why I'm saying is because it did not work. The matchmaking was terrible. You could not connect to people. They just recently
Let's change it around from games like when they released to games when they become relevant.
Now it's relevant
Yes.
because now they have the update and now you can actually play without any problems.
Upcoming game that's announced for 2016. I know it's a long time. Silent Hills. I'm excited for that. I want a.
I am ready to shit my pants.
I am ready to
play
shit
that
my
fucking
pants.
game.
I want a game like that.
No.
I love Silent Hill.
I remember that
I'm going
movie.
to go outside. I'm going to find a random girl on the street. I'm going to bring her in with me so that she can hold me while I'm crying.
Dude, I can't even. I watched a movie where the lady guy was like on the stage and she went, and then like the guy,
Silent
like that
Hill
monster
movies.
just like
Oh,
ripped
I
her,
love- I
like
love
her,
this. I love
ripped
this.
her in half. It was nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, whenever Pyramid Head ripped that girl's skin off.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dude, that seems crazy.
I
She was
was
like,
Spoiler.
"Hey, you're dumb, stupid Pyramid Head." And then he was like, "Oh, okay." And then he picked her up and he was like, "Rip!" And then he threw it at the church doors. And they went, "Shit!" And then he shut the doors. It was a fucked up scene.
it was bad, man. I don't know.
I was paid to watch that movie.
You were paid to watch that
RuneScape
movie.
Legends. What?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Don't-
RuneScape went old school, dude.
Yeah, I do know that, but there's.
RuneScape,
And-
one of the
and-
best MMOs.
As you all know, I hate scary things. So
Alright, but let's get back on it. Alright, so we got over Sunset Overdrive.
Ew,
Let's-
they're making a card game for RuneScape.
Oh, that's nasty. Alright, do you want to skip over, you want to get to MOBs? What?
MOBAs?
MOBAs and
Do you want
Go
to just rapid
Simulator.
fire evolve? We can rapid fire.
Rapid Fire Evolve right now.
Me and Mike, we played the
Beta.
open
Scott, back
I
it
couldn't
up
fucking
here.
play it because it wouldn't load on my computer. It
Yeah.
kept freezing on the loading screen, so I just gave
Yeah,
up
but you
on
still
it.
gotta back it up because you like it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, so you
the
gotta back it
Evolve-
up. I don't
gonna
play
quickly
it.
go. I love the evolve that you can play as like all the different monsters and evolve. Like you, in game you evolve, and it's just like I love when games do that, where you have an in game level up system for that, like just for that game, and then it resets. Like it's I love that. I feel it's really awesome.
My quarrels with the game is that I don't want to pay $60 for one game mode.
Well, there's
Essentially.
in their defense, there is more than one game mode. It was only the open beta, like I say about most games.
But the thing was with the beta, it was like the final cut. They just had people testing it
Yeah.
so that they could fix problems with
Yeah.
like servers and stuff.
But then again, are you gonna go ahead and release your full game to the
And
public
another
before
thing,
you
all
pay
the
for it?
DLC that's coming out as soon as the game's like out.
Yeah, if you want to hear
Day one
a really
DLC.
good review, go to
Oh.
Boogie.
Boogie 2988.
Gives
He's a good guy.
gives you a real good rundown
Mhm.
of his two piece.
All right, so ending it, evolve, looking good, but also could be.
It's
be bad.
iffy.
Could be
It
iffy.
depends
It's
on.
iffy.
Pardon me. It's just not everyone's cup of tea. It's very you got to be really into it.
I want to go back to game releases real fast.
Okay.
Just Cause 3 and Killing Floor 2.
Oh, Killing Floor.
Killing
Yeah,
Floor
Killing
is
Floor's
a
awesome.
really good game.
How did we almost
I
skip
recommend
over
it.
Killing Floor 2?
I was going
He
through the
showed it
list.
to me
That's what I was
earlier.
remembering.
He showed
I
it
was
to me
going-
earlier, and I forgot.
I was going through the list of games. that
Alright,
come out.
but I have a question once evolved. What Mikey said
Pardon
could
me
be
again?
true though. You said the game was like its
Sorry.
final cut and everything, and that why would they were just doing the paper to fix like little fixes?
Yeah.
Micah brought up a good point that why would they like show the whole game out for the beta? In my opinion,
It wasn't
I
that
think,
they weren't showing out the entire game because they completely cut out. I think there was a single player type thing,
yeah.
and they cut that out. But like essentially, like what you were going to get from it, except it was very limited to like one character, not like one character, but one of each of the class, and then like 1 or 2 monsters, 3. How many were there?
I know.
There was one monster in the
One,
beta.
just one, and
No, they
and that
changed
was
it.
it.
There's like 5 now.
In the
Yeah, but I'm
beta?
talking about in the
We've only
open
had
beta that we
something.
played.
He's
Yeah.
right though about it because if you
No,
think about it,
the
sales
sorry.
would go down if they gave out the whole game. So, all right, try it
Well, no,
out.
like they didn't give out the whole game, but they gave the finished
reason-
product of the game, but just parts cut out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like
I
little
think that was a
choppets.
good. I think that was a
Choppets.
good idea
Choppets of the game.
because if you think about it, in my opinion, if I'm gonna get a download that's gonna show everything and they're not gonna cut everything out, I'm not gonna buy the game afterwards because I
Yeah.
got to play it already.
Yeah.
What's the need to buy it again?
Yeah. They cut out things, obviously, but it was essentially just a.
Think about it.
Going back to the beta, the second time when they canceled or when they took off the beta and then they re-released the beta because they did it twice. The second time there was 3 or 4 different monsters.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Alright.
So that's it for that. That was.
You wanna go ahead and go to MOBAs?
MOBAs. Let's
I don't play really
talk
like
about-
mobiles.
talk about like new things with League.
Scott's league man over there.
Yeah.
He's the league
you know,
man,
got
right?
new skins coming soon. I forgot what skins are coming out. I don't remember. But Bard, cool. Cool new champion. He's got what's that guy in Smite that teleports through walls?
Janice?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got the Janus thing where you can go through walls.
God of teleportation.
He's got
Or
that.
portals, God of portals.
Something like
He's got that. That's pretty cool.
Smite. Me and Sean, big Smite players.
Mhm.
What do you think about it going on console?
I think it's actually really kind of cool. I think it's going to branch out, the fan base. But the thing is, it's going to be really weird because it's going to
It's
like
gonna-
if you're
it's
going
gonna
from playing it
make-
on PC to playing it on console, you're going to have a really, really, really tough time.
Not
Because
even that.
it's-
Haven't you tried playing it
Yeah,
with
I
a
played
controller?
trying it with a controller, and it was really, really confusing.
How
Like,
was it buying items?
You couldn't. You had to use a keyboard.
Like
for
that's
that.
what I always thought.
You had to
like,
use
whenever-
a keyboard for that. At least
like-
I'm pretty sure you did. I don't know.
Like,
I
when
played for like a minute, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing this.
Because that's what I always automatically go to when I'm thinking about something that's like an MMO or
You
a
won't
MOBA
be able
going,
to navigate it nearly
going
as fast.
straight to console. You're gonna have trouble going and buying items and everything.
Yeah, that's like it's not. You're not going to be able to navigate it nearly as fast as you can on computer because like on computer, just boom, 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 done.
And it's gonna make for a very difficult world championship.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to really go towards consoles for Smite.
I think it's gonna die. To be honest,
I think people are going to get it, and they're not really going to understand it because people that play consoles aren't exactly used to MOBAs, unless of course they play it on their computers.
Yeah, but then they're gonna stick to it on their computer.
Yeah, but then exactly. They just get to it on their computer. However, they are doing a thing where you can just sign in with your account and you'll have all your stuff, so you don't have to worry about restarting if you did play it on computer beforehand. But
and
it
they
is
are
free.
coming out with exclusive Zoo skin,
it's
which
free.
looks beastly, if I can say.
I think it's kind of.
You
alright.
should have said godly.
Ooh.
Give me a high five.
Yeah.
Yeah, give them the rundown of what Smite is for some of them that don't know.
Oh wait, quick, another game coming out. Payday 2 Crime Waves
It was
Edition.
like 10 years ago.
I know. I'm just gonna keep.
10 years.
I'm just gonna keep.
Come on,
I'm just gonna
give
keep.
them a quick rundown of what Smite is.
So Smite, for those of you that don't know, it's a MOBA, which stands for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
And pretty much you start out level 1 or 3, depending on whatever game mode you're playing. You buy items to help make your character stronger, and then you kill enemy gods as well as minions that come out. You have to kill them to help build yourself better. You have to take out a tower or two, a phoenix, and ultimately a titan that will secure your victory, unless of course they surrender.
The game is loosely based around all of the gods of mythical lore, from
Yes.
Chinese
Yes.
to Mayan
From
to
Chinese,
Norse,
Mayan, Norse,
Roman,
It's pretty
Roman,
much-
Greek.
Anyone knows it's like League of Legends, but it's
Or
different.
Dota, but
yes, or
It's
Dota.
different.
But it's newer.
New
and
camera
It is its
Yeah.
own. It
Yeah,
is a
because
third person.
With League, you click to move. I never played Dota, so I can't really say anything about that.
It's the same as League.
It's the same as League. So in League and Dota, you click to move, and then you also click to attack. And it's a lot more complicated in League, honestly, to build things. And
Smite
to
is like
understand
a basic.
yes, like if you want to
smooth-
get into playing MOBAs, start out with Smite and then try graduating towards the harder games like League.
You're
Because
saying it's hard to change them.
yeah, because honestly, like I prefer Smite. I'd love to try and be good at League, but I'm just not. Like,
Wise is the
but it's
thing.
just so complicated.
Another thing coming out, apparently. Sorry. I like doing this to interrupt you, but Minecraft story mode.
What?
It's apparently coming out.
Okay.
That's rumors.
sounds
Definitely
weird.
rumors.
Yeah,
My
that sounds
No,
weird.
it's been announced, but they haven't made it a
we'll
date
see
for it.
E3. E3 is where we'll get our answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? But if you want to, I'd recommend starting with that, especially if you're used to console stuff.
Yeah, it's
Especially.
it's Smite is WAC to walk around, and then you have
And you click to attack.
yeah, and you have third person.
Third person view, over the shoulder, obviously. And yeah,
And
that's
around
pretty, and you know,
corner.
it's a lot different of a style than League is. But essentially, that's pretty much just the basic rundown.
The
of it.
jizz.
We missed 2 more games.
Bro.
Bro,
Star
you got
Fox and
Star Fox came
I
out.
Star Wars
said
Battlefront.
fucking 10.
Oh yes,
Star Wars Battlefront.
Star
yeah.
Wars
I'm gonna keep
Battlefront.
making more. I'm just gonna
Star
keep
Wars
saying
Battlefront.
Rapid Fire. Star Wars Battlefront, that was a thing that was supposed
Debut
to never
next
come
month.
out, and they're actually releasing another one.
Yeah, debut next
Maybe
month.
next month.
EA looks like they're promising on the
I'm
look
kind
of
of
the
afraid.
game.
I'm kind of afraid
The
because EA's because Battlefront was
multiplayer
genuinely
wise.
yeah, because Battlefront, from what I remember, it was genuinely an online type experience. And-
Graphic wise, it looks beautiful.
yeah, but EA, as we all know, they have problems with their servers.
Yeah, but
No, it's true though. EA has some really bad servers.
Yeah.
But enough.
I mean,
Alright, enough. Moving
You
on.
wanna
last one,
last
Yoshi's Woolly
topic?
Yoshi's Woolly World.
Bro, it's
I
dead.
stopped. I'm done. I'm
It's
done.
dead.
I'm done. Yoshi's
Punch him
Woolly
next
World.
game, he says.
No, because
Now you're gonna hop in on this because I don't know.
Oh wait,
this
we're moving
game.
topics.
Yeah.
Next.
There's nothing else you had to say.
I mean,
Nothing?
no. I
No,
mean,
Nothing about
That's
League.
I mean that's our two. I mean,
League is beautiful.
Yes.
All right. You want to hop to Far Cry 3 because you guys all play it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I really haven't played Far Cry 4.
Far Cry 4.
You play Far Cry 3?
Yeah.
And you play Far Cry 4.
Well, I mean,
Except you get the wingsuit a lot earlier. And there is. I'll admit there are a lot.
Far Cry
story wise, it's different.
Riding elephants.
Yeah. You get some new stuff.
From what
into
I've
it.
seen from YouTube videos, you get killed from anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Which
new
I think
things,
is
there's
what they
honey
sold.
badgers, which I think is kind of cool.
Which is what I think
There's new guns. There's new types
sold
of stuff.
the game.
There's co-op now, like actual story co-op instead
Yeah,
of
hell
like just
no.
random
You're the one
co-op
that plays
missions.
this.
yeah.
I've never
And,
played Far Cry 4 in my life.
Far Cry 3 had a very great storyline,
Yes.
and I love and that's what sold Far Cry 4 as well. Is because Far Cry 3 had one of the greatest storylines. Of
What do you think about Far Cry 4?
2013, I want to say. Far Cry 4, I
Like
haven't
the
got
story
much-
mode.
The story mode, I think
From
it's
what you've
it's-
seen from like the trailers and stuff.
I've seen like a couple of videos and stuff about it. Like I'm probably gonna actually buy that set because I actually wanted to see how that was. But I did like the storyline, how it's somebody related to you and that you're following with them, or like you're following up on them.
Yeah. I mean,
But
There's
I
a-
mean, gameplay wise, it's fairly
repetitive
similar.
like every other Far Cry.
It's pretty much like a Call of Duty.
You're
Same
stranded on an
engine.
island.
It's
You're
just-
trying
But
to
like
get
the
radio
thing
towers.
is, from Far Cry 2 to Far Cry 3, it was the biggest leap
Definitely.
in games that I've seen since like GTA 4 to 5.
Yeah.
And
Why do you say that?
because like Far Cry 2, it was very hard to like get into it because it was really difficult to understand what was going on. Like you would find random people and all of a sudden they're your friends and you would go into battles with them and they would die and then you'd fail the mission. And it was just really confusing. Like there was no map. You had malaria, so you had to constantly take malaria shots. It was
I don't
really
know.
weird. And then Far Cry 3 came around and it was like a big jump and it was crazy. But from Far Cry 3 to Far Cry 4, it's just kind of like the same formula with a little bit of spice mixed in.
And the thing about Far Cry series, which makes the game another good selling point, is the free roam and the map creator. Map creator is fun because you can create like the enemies. You can create like wave-based rounds where you have to fight waves of enemies, or you can make it like capture the flag. I mean, you can do a lot of them, like a lot of things with the map creator, and it opens up a lot for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not as much to say on Far Cry 4 because it's one of those games where it had big hype at it when it came out, but then all of a
Honestly,
sudden
I
it
didn't even
dropped
see that
off.
much about Far Cry 4.
I did.
I don't even know what the main villain's name is.
It's a Chinese guy. I don't
I
know.
forgot his
Blonde
name.
hair.
I know he's got like white hair or something like that. He's got like a pink
Va-
suit.
What?
Vaz was from
Vaz was Far Cry 3.
I don't know what this guy's called though.
but-
I didn't even see that much of it.
Anything else from Far Cry 4?
No.
Any thoughts?
I mean, it looks fun.
It might have been a little overhyped.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
I can't really agree with that.
you gotta think if your main selling point is you can be killed by anything.
No, actually,
that was Dark Souls' selling point.
their main selling point, and they focused their trailers around this was the villain. But I
Yeah,
don't even remember his
but
name.
I mean, like I don't even think like Vaz was such.
That's
good
a hard
villain
character.
that
to create.
it's hard to amount up to that. You know what
This
I mean?
guy in the next game is freaking. He's
This
pretty
guy's
cool.
crazy in this game too.
Yeah, he's fucking crazy.
But creating a character, not character, a character like
What's his name? Oh,
uh,
Pagny.
I've never heard.
What is his name?
Pagny, yeah. That's,
Pagan.
yeah.
Pagan man.
Pagan man.
He looks gross.
Well, he's crazy. So are we?
That's
Is
pretty much
it? All right. For the last
Far Cry 4
topic
did a lot of good.
of the night.
Well, I mean, you want us to skip over the whole Goat Simulator thing?
Oh no, I forgot to go to my fault. Go ahead and take out.
Okay, so Goat Simulator, I guess, is going to be coming to consoles.
Give him a rundown of what Goat Simulator
Goat
is.
Simulator, you play a goat and you get to do random things around town.
Goat MMO.
Goat MMO. It's really cool and really funny for however long you can.
For about a day.
Well, no, but if you start to look for like a bunch of different things that you could do.
I got it on my phone.
Well, my question is why? Why do we need to put Goat Simulator on console?
It's a money thing. It's
other than a money grab. You know what I mean? Like it's not necessary, in my opinion. I mean, I know people who play consoles that can't afford a computer. They want to play it too, but it's like PC people. They complain about it, but are they getting like The Last of Us on computer? No.
Oh, that also brings up the point. I was going to think about that.
But then again, Xbox.
Stopping.
Last of Us remastered.
Alright, we're gonna keep that for next week. Or next month.
Next time.
Next time. We don't know when. Could be a year.
It could be never. It could be in the afterlife.
Yeah.
I could be dead right now.
Anyways,
cutting off or keeping a game to only one station, like Last of Us, Minecraft, which simply now moved over to the PlayStation finally. Like games that are made for only one station.
I think if it's a fully fledged game, it should be cross-platform.
That's the word, not cross-platform.
However, if it's games, little tiny games like Minecraft or Goat Simulator,
Goat Simulator shouldn't even be made for the computer.
No, yeah, either keep it on console or keep it on computer with that type of game. Like just choose one.
Finishing topic.
Finishing topic.
It's
right
not.
there.
It's not really a topic. No,
It's right there.
No. I'm making my own.
Basically, just a closing.
It's a finishing question.
Minecraft is banning, or Turkey banning Minecraft.
Yeah, we gotta go over that.
All right.
Let's go on.
Fine.
You can
Well,
leave your
first
question to the end.
Yeah,
So it could be the final one.
I'll say my question. Here,
Also,
I'll
Street
tell
Fighter
you guys
5.
right now. I'll tell you guys this right now, so you think about it. All right. So I'm going to make it a thing where I'm going to ask a question at the end of the show every time, and you guys have to answer it. And it's going to be a challenging question.
Hard hitting.
What is your? Yeah, it's a hard hitting question.
Don't ask it now. Ask it at the end.
I'm going to ask you now, so that way you can think about it while we talk.
Okay.
Your favorite game? Why? Of all time, any game, all time.
Next time we do this.
No, you have to answer.
No. Next time we do this, ask that at the beginning of the thing.
Yes.
All right.
So,
We have the whole time to think
All right.
about it.
yeah.
Now the last topic that I found, it was on Games. I think it was GameSpot. I was scrolling through their news thing, and recently in I was gonna say state, country of Turkey, they are looking parents and political what would you call them? Political leaders. Political leaders are trying to ban the play, like to be able to play Minecraft, and it's gone to court. What are you guys' thoughts on it?
I think it's
Build a
dumb.
penis. It's the most appropriate thing to do.
Kids can draw penises. What are you going to ban pencils and paper?
I mean, a kid can draw an airplane that kind of looks like a penis. I mean, if it's a really shitty
I
drawing.
don't see what's so bad about Minecraft.
I mean, if you're gonna ban Minecraft, you might as well ban video games.
They don't want to express themselves.
That's the thing. Minecraft's like
Such a calm game, and you can
express
play it.
yourself video game. You know, like
It's like
very
6-year-olds
tame.
play it. Yeah,
Brings out-
6-year-olds play it all the time.
Brings out your inner architect.
Yeah.
Your inner interior designer.
2x2 box of dirt.
Yeah.
Where's the
Art.
mulch? Where's the mulch? In the barrel.
In the wheelbarrow. Anyway, but I mean, it's kind of like one of those things.
That's a question of why.
I think someone somewhere wants to get paid, so they're gonna do something dumb to get paid for it. It's kind of like with the whole back in who knows when the lady sued McDonald's for spilling her hot coffee all over, and the cup didn't say "Warning, coffee is hot," because you didn't just order fucking hot coffee. I don't know.
Yeah.
She won. That's the thing that gets. She won.
Yeah, but that's in America.
That's
like saying, I ordered a Big Mac and I thought it was cold.
that
doesn't
was a
make
bad
sense.
metaphor.
Burns your mouth.
All right, so are we answering that question now?
No, we're gonna answer it now. We're gonna
You
answer.
guys go first because I can't even.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you answered. You asked the
Favorite
damn
game?
question.
No, I'm answering it last because I asked.
Wait, so you said favorite game?
Favorite game of
Why?
all time and why?
Oh, I already know what your answer is.
What?
What's the one
Actually-
game you talk about all the time? Every time we mention our favorite video games or anything close to that, what's the one game you always fucking talk about?
Actually, no idea.
I'll give you a hint. It has to do with Hispanic puppets that are usually filled with candy.
Oh, Viva Pinata. No,
Yeah.
not it. That is
I
a good
got-
one. That's pretty close.
I got
Top
mine.
3 right there. Top 3.
I would consider my favorite game as a. I'm not gonna do Call of Duty because you know it's just a game.
It's a generic.
Well, wait. So you're
Sly
just considering the
Cooper.
entire franchise?
No,
Or
I'm
just
basing
one
on the
game?
game. Sly Cooper, the series, because it's a game that you don't see often, in my opinion. Doing missions where you gotta steal stuff
Be
instead of
stealthy.
like killing people. In this game, you're knocking people out. You're hiding in sight, and you're being a spy pretty much. And you're stealing people's treasure, and it's fun because of the characters you get to be. You could be a turtle or a hippo or a fox.
All right, I got mine.
No, was it a fox or a raccoon? Raccoon. And you can and the
There was
funny
a
thing
fox,
is,
Carmelita Fox.
yep.
Something
And the
like that.
funny thing is, there was so much stuff you can do, and like I had parkour in it a little bit.
Oh, but yeah.
My favorite game of all time would have to be The Adventures of Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man for PlayStation 2. I don't know if any of you have played this game, but it was
Was it a first, like, it was kind of like a first-person thing and you actually, like, walked around free roam, kind of?
Kind of, but it incorporated all of the old-style arcade games, and basically Mr. Pac-Man got kidnapped, and you played as Mrs. Pac-Man to try and find him. And it was just fun to me. Like, whenever you said, like, your favorite game, that's the first thing that popped in my head.
Well, I think there was a Pac-Man game that made me think about that. It was like a Animal Crossing kind of Pac-Man, and it actually was really cool. But, Sean, your favorite game?
This is a hard question for me. Because I don't play generally one type of game.
All right, let me rephrase the question if you let me. What game do you play the most often and enjoy?
Well, see, the game that I'm going to choose, I don't play as much of it. I don't play much
But
of
for
it.
him, it's hard. He said. So I said.
I mean,
rephrase
like,
it.
the game I probably play more often now is Smite, but I wouldn't say that it's my favorite. I don't know. It's a really hard question for me because I've just played so many games that like
Dark Souls.
That's what I was gonna say.
Dark. Like it's between Dark Souls 1 and 2, or I guess the series, and like Mirror's Edge. Like Mirror's Edge, the story was
If you could take one.
Dark Souls always.
Okay.
Dark Souls. So I'll go with Dark Souls because I've played Demon Souls and I was horrible at it and I hated it. I hated it so much. I was so pissed I could never get past
Wasn't
the
that
first
one like
level.
the hardest?
Demon Souls, I believe so. If I'm not mistaken, that one was the hardest. And then Dark Souls, when I'd heard about it and I always wanted it, not knowing what it was. I was like, oh, this looks new, and I never bought it though because it was always like too much money. And then it went it was for free on Xbox during the gold deals, whatever. So I was like, oh, cool, Dark Souls. I hear this game's hard as shit. I'm going to buy it and play it and cry. And at first, I was like, this is how. How do people do this? How do people find this fun? I don't get it. And then one day I sat down and I decided I'm going to be good at this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. So I looked up, how to start the game, like how to do good at it. I got my little Drake sword, I got my little knight set, and, I was fat rolling through the games. You guys don't know what that means.
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay. I was fat rolling through, was the slowest roll possible.
Yeah.
Through the game, and I got to Sen's Fortress, and I was like, this shit sucks. I cannot do this. And I restarted with better stuff, more knowledge on it, and then I was just tearing through the game, and I had so much fun because it was a new type of thing, and it was a challenge that wasn't, as people say, artificial difficulty, which is generally just like packing a room full of random enemies just to make it hard. That's artificial difficulty, and it's my favorite because it's not that. A lot of people will argue that it is, but to me, it seems like it's more of a challenge than it is artificial difficulty. So it presents a challenge and it's still fun, and once you get into the lore and you start researching things, it just becomes like a whole nother game. And that's another thing too. If you go through once through the game with a katana, it's that game. You go through the next time with a big ass sword, it's a whole nother gameplay experience. You go through as a mage, a pyromancer, stuff like that. It's just completely different every time.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it. And also PvP's awesome.
I just want to tie into this real quick. One thing about Dark Souls that's kind of cool is that there's a lot of you can kind of shortcut through things too if you really want to.
If you really wanted to, there's so many shortcuts you could take if you know what to do.
Okay, mine. Can it be a game series?
Yeah, I did a game series.
Okay. Mine all time, and this was the reason why. It's because I didn't play a lot of games. Well, I did play a lot of games back then, but this game changed everything because it was a different kind of first person. Is BioShock. I love BioShock. I love the whole idea of these the guns that they brought in, the whole what's it called?
The rivet gun?
Yeah, the rivet gun and everything. BioShock 2 by far was my favorite.
BioShock 2 was a great game.
I know a lot of people hated that one because of the whole multiplayer feeling.
I love multiplayer.
I love the multiplayer. It was amazing.
It was so much fun. And you could be the Big Daddy in the multiplayer.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
I loved all the different powers, the telekinesis that you can use, the fire, the ice. It was the bee swarm. Oh, it was so fun. And I actually just started downloading that.
The story.
The stories were amazing too.
I felt
They actually made an actual really good storyline, and the graphics. I love it. It's got a dark horror kind of feeling.
Yeah, it's just really cool and fun to play. It's just weird.
I've never played BioShock, to be honest.
I'd recommend it, honestly.
I'm downloading it if you'd like to play it.
Yeah. So is that all anybody has to say?
Yeah.
Well, that pretty much does it for us this time. Once again, this is Friends and Shit. Look forward to it some other time, maybe.
Friends and Shit, we're friends and shit, talk about shit.
Yeah, we're friends and shit. We talk about shit. See you next time.
Hopefully that shit interests you, so that you come back. We can do this again.
Put in the comments some topics for next time we do this. We'll be reading through them.
And then, we'll say our opinions. Say your opinions, too.
Next time,
say how you feel.
Next time we do this, we will probably have most of the details ironed out and everything.
Yeah.
For when we're going to do it, where we're going to do it, if I'm going to continue to upload it to the channel, or if we're going to do it on Twitch. streaming it. You know, it's a work in progress, but we just thought that you guys would like to hear some of the conversations we're having.
And like I said, your guys' feedback. If you want to call us all a bunch of idiots because Assassin's Creed Black Flag is one of the greatest masterpieces of all of gaming history,
Or Bioshock 2 is terrible.
or Bioshock 2 is the worst game you've ever played, well, you can leave. But go ahead and say that because your guys' opinions matter too.
Your butt is ugly.
Okay.
Hey, that's rude.
That's right.
Thank you for watching. If you stuck around for the whole 2 hours,
2 hours.
of
2
this,
hours, yes.
I know it's just 4 idiots rambling on and on about
But hey,
nothingness.
you guys can just put this on while you're pumping some sweet iron.
By iron we mean
Some sweet
masturbating.
All right.
Well,
Well,
we couldn't go 2 hours without making a masturbation joke.
We'd gone. We had.
I'm sorry,
Alright.
I had to.
I mean, we did.
Anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. You can go to Sean's channel. I'll put a link in the description for it. You can go check out some stuff.
You go to Goose channel.
Goose channel. I'll put a link to his in the description.
And I'll be making my channel.
Scott, where
Scott's
he's
a
going to
bomb.
be making his channel soon. We're all starting out together, so this might be a long journey or a short-lived adventure.
Experience. But hey, it'd be cool if you guys could experience it with us.
Hey, and if
you're plugging in and shit.
What do you mean?
I won't one hit quit it. That's my catchphrase.
Well,
I won't one hit quit.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys for watching. I'm Goo.
I'm Micah,
I'm Sean.
I won't one hit quit it, Scott.
and this is us signing off.